Niners! Singing ooh la la, ooh la 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 la, ooh la la. You know, it's ooh la la time, man. Hey. You know, Grant was a day early and a few dollars short, but he was right. Oh! Apologies. Because I told you yesterday, I don't know, man. Somebody else said, we're going to wait till Friday. And was that you, Will? Yeah, Will said because Will already unfollowed Grant and everything. He says, if he's right, I'll apologize. Oh, man, I had a feeling something was up. Camp is coming up. Well, let me get into this because, I want to get you on the phone and see what you think here. Because today's headline subject, George Kittle got paid. Oh, did he get paid? And so now the fam, breathe. Breathe again. It's okay. The anxiety, the tension, the stress, the worry, done. No, George Kittle will be in red and gold for the next 5 years. Shoot, that could be worth about 3 different rings. Situation G. Kittle comes to a close just in time to padded training starts this weekend. So that's why I knew Grant may have been on to something because the 49ers, George Kittle can't risk going into training camp, getting hurt, kills his value. And his agent probably said, you're not going to work out Saturday. You know that, right? So now, though, the question is, was Kittle going to participate or not due to the possibility of risk of injury before signing a long-term deal? It has been answered. And again, I've been singing and it still makes me want to sing. Hey, where were you during the notification today? Singing ooh la la, ooh la. Hey, his biggest weapon, Kyle Shanahan, boy, the dude is got to be grinning from ear to ear. His biggest weapon, ready to go, work undistracted. Hey, fam, the thing is, though, here's the thing. The Niners technically could have held on to GK for at least throughout the 2021 season with the franchise tag. It was available. But this is why you have to, you really have to love this organization, fam. They get things done. And I know, before you say, what about Devo, understand this. There is a big difference. Because here's Devo, the 49ers could not stand in the way of getting in the way of this young man's huge payday. See, one thing I noticed about the 49ers, and somebody would have came along with George, maybe. But the thing is, $22 million versus 18. See, the 49ers is, go get him, kid. We can't match that. But we're not going to hold you back from getting it either. Because if they would have tagged him, now you have a disgruntled player that you actually took something away from him, and you expect him to play with all heart and soul. See, there's a lot of variables that enter into that Defoe situation. So, no franchise tagging him. And also keep in mind, fam, the devil himself rolling around the planet with code name COVID-19. This offseason has rocked our world in one of the many other disastrous ways by drastically affecting pro sport revenues and next year's salary cap, which is expected to drop. See, this is really saying something about the 49ers. Damn all that. George Kittle's not going anywhere. So still GK remains priority one. Did you catch Coach Shanahan this morning on KNBR's Murph and Max show when he said, quote, but when you have a guy like George who is different and is special, and it's not just about being the best tight end in the NFL, it's who he is. After that, to me, makes you want to get that stuff done when you might not actually have to right now, unquote. That sentiment, along with GK's value to the club, led to a 5-year, $75 million contract extension through 2025. The deal contains $30 million in fully guaranteed money. Boy, Mrs. Kittle must be saying, George, look at you. George Kittle will be checking into the Santa Clara facility for the first time during training camp, fully focused And on fulfilling that promise that was filmed in epic fashion as George stood in that sideline. And we were all right there with him because you were feeling the same thing as George. It was a combination of frustration, anger, humility, and the only thing you think about was vendetta. And in my mind, no vendetta goes unsolved. So there you know, I tell you I'll never get over that. And I don't know how the camera isolated like that. How they know George Kittle was over there going through that? I guess it just panned over there, but there he was, vowing that he would be back. He will too, fam, and in the same red and gold uniform. Bleacher reporters yelling foul though, fam, and saying GK was underpaid. Do you agree or disagree? The GK resume reads, since entering the league, Kittle has 2,945 yards receiving, the most of any tight end through 3 seasons. Shanahan said in the contract, quote, he's earned it. He does everything the right way. It starts with how talented and good you play on Sunday, which he does better than any tight end in the league. But after that, the way the guy takes care of himself, the way he works year-round to put his body in a position to stay healthy. With the way he plays, it makes you believe in the guy. It makes you believe in not what he has done, but what he's going to do. When you have a guy like that, it makes it a lot easier for the owner to commit to him like that. We were just pumped to get it done because it's something we all were dying to get something like that done with a player like George, and thankfully we did. Booyah! Man, yeah, because everybody's on the edge, man. I try not to freak out because I was that close, man. Because, man, come on, y'all, man. If y'all don't sign George, I read too many articles, man. He can't go into camp. He gets hurt. His value plummets. Will he run that risk? People above him or anybody that's lawyers, agents, everybody says, don't you dare go out there, George. You are a bank walking around ready to get filled. Stay out of the way. Let us do our work. Let us do our job. I know those guys are going to work him in. I just know it. But fam, your feelings on signing the NFL's top tight end to a 5-year, $75 million contract? Or does BR Bleacher Report have a point about GK being underpaid, or can they shut the hell up? You know, I want to say this about that. George Kittle, you know, every NFL franchise, the money is dispersed. It's through, it's structured. You know, your quarterback takes the lion's share of the cap, and then you have several other positions. You have of course your edge rusher, cornerbacks, wide receivers. I'm sure the order, but those are the top. Those are the top of the pecking order as far as the big cash. The tight end is normally, you know, around the middle of the pack as far as pay goes. So George Kittle getting $15 million, that is receiver money. Not elite receiver, maybe, but that is definitely receiver money. So the 49ers did move in that direction, and they got it done, and George seems to be, I guess he's got to be pretty happy with that. So, yeah, hey, it's Mike Shanky, is that right? Yeah, hey, Mike Shanky, you know, thanks, fam. So I was walking up when I got the news. Hell of a good morning, I know, right? Waking up, should I say. I know the phone. Bzz, bzz. What? What? No. Shut up. Are you serious? You know, it's we can stop tripping. Pedro Flores. Super excited for George Kittle signing. I can't wait for the season to start. DJ Malone, hey, Ronbo Sports finally. Kittle has been extended. The Revenge Tour 2020 can at last commence. Yes, the quest to become the first NFC team to reach 6 Super Bowls shall begin in a few weeks. I know, right? Because the Cowboys, we're standing right there with the Cowboys with the 6. Patriots, Steelers, I mean, you know, but us, that's a title we can still claim. Because I was already concerned about, dang, I wanted to be the first to 6, or next to 6, next to Steelers. So now, get that 6, boy. Now we stand back in that shadow of being the greatest of all time. With a young team, 7 is definitely not beyond the realm of possibility. Oh! And Savage Robert, thank you, fam, for the contribution, singing ooh la la, ooh la la. Love you back, fam. Hey, and Kurt the Chameleon, Kurt, he says, Stone Cold Kittle, got side, brother, singing ooh la la. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, Kurt. And Niner by nature, 88 Kittle and Reed double tight with Ayuk and Depot at receiver and Jet in the backfield. Hey, the 49ers looking at all kind of wide receivers right now. Did you notice that, though? You got J.J. Nelson, Dante Moncrief, Tavon Austin, whom we talked about yesterday. These are all speed merchants. Kyle still wants that element of speed. Again, though, this is going to be funny. Like, what are you going to do that work in that room, man? Oh, the drama is just building and building as we get into the 2020 season. And Jim Broner, what's up, Phil? It's in you a while. I'd pay George $20 million, I know, right? See, but then you put yourself into a deficit. You can't afford any other playing positions like you want to because you can't have two quarterback salaries on the same team. Although Nick Bosa is going to get paid that way. Lavelle Force. Today was a good day when I found out we signed Joyce Kiddos. I was really, or maybe George Kiddos. Kittles? I'm not sure what you're saying, Lavelle. He said I was really happy. Now it's time for him to put in the hard work. Oh, it's George Kittle. I see what you're saying. It's time to put in the hard work. Let's get that Super Bowl. Go Niners, go. Mills McEnroe. Oh, yeah, Paige Kittle. And I checked out that article. D Ford is saying you guys didn't even know. I'm feeling very good. The knee is right. You just got a glimpse of what I can do. D, sign me up for the revenge tour. Bang, bang. You keep your card. As long as you're a card-carrying Niner Empire member, you already got it. Mr. Black Ice, okay, now, Ronbo Sports, that's the news I was looking for. Now, form our offense and dominate the digable, destroy opponents. We know that always goes without saying. What our depth chart on the wide receivers should be 1 through 4th, and who is on the hot seat? I know. Hey, that's it. 4. And some guys on the hot seat. One of these speeches is going to be kept. Daddy-O says, oh, yeah, I could see quite a bit of players not resign next year and maybe going to get another talent piece or two with the money. Hey, next year, I'm not going to be happy next year. I already know it. That's why we need to get all the happy in this year because this time next year, signing players is going to be a problem. Fernando Garcia. Hey, shout out from the 559. Hey, we locked up Kittle in the Super Bowl window in the next dynasty for the next 5 years. Thank you for all you do. Hey, Fernando, it's my pleasure, fam. Thank you for joining up, man. Joining the party. Kelly Young says, yo, Ronbo, Kittle got that bag. Cash. Let's go. And Matty S. shouting out from Bend, Oregon. Hey, wow, what a day. Oh, what a lovely day it is. We ain't got no issues right now. Hey, James, come on in, man. Talk about it, man. Is Bleacher Report talking nonsense? Is George Kittle been paid what he needs to be paid?
Yes, I do believe the contract that he's signing with us. I mean, 15.6 a year for 5 years, and thank God they got it done. And that's quite a hefty contract
nice
for a tight end position. Mm-hmm. And I know that he supersedes that position in all that he does for us. But you can't. I mean, it's what I'm looking at. Kittle is such a special talent that. It's amazing how they're going to pay tight ends because they're going to probably say, well, if you could show us stats that George Kittle has, then yeah, we could, talk that big money. But
same
right
with quarterbacks. And but everybody ain't gonna get no Mahomes contract. And when they start talking that way, they end up getting traded.
That's
Some
right.
are above elite.
Yes, and first of all, let me say thank you once again for what you do for us, Ronbo, you and the staff and all that.
Thanks,
you all
James.
Provide for us. And I need to apologize to the Empire, my sister and the brethren. I said last night that Tavarius got 2 interceptions. He got 1, and Fred Warner got 1. That
it's
was
okay.
it. But with that being said, I mean, man, I think right now, I mean, it's such a blessed day to see that they finally got the ink on the paper with his name. We ain't got to worry about him for 5 years. Hopefully he can stay healthy. We can continue to progress and just get back to total dominance. This is feeling reminiscent of the late 80s, you know. I mean the late 80s and the 80s period, and it's only going to get better. And like I said about that putting, I don't care what no one says, man. I look back at that. I don't want to open up that window again about that Super Bowl and what I seen in those last few minutes of how that back end just gave it up. But I will say this much: I do think they're going to play this year a lot more man press. Okay, and at the same time, in doing that, now you can, you know, we actually may be better with Tavarius playing in that front safety position and moving Jarquiski back, man. I really do. I mean, I'm not, listen, I know J-Dub came out there, played the whole season. We got to the Super Bowl. But with all that being said, I'm looking at them last few minutes, and I ain't impressed. I ain't impressed at all. Okay, and I just see a younger player and more, and I think he's kind of matured into that player that we need right now, because we're gonna have to, you know, we got to do something about that Sherman situation. He ain't getting no younger, and you know we're counting on him a lot, and you know he's playing basically a whole game of football every game, and he's getting older, and we've seen that there is a blueprint how to beat him, how to score right over him, and that's gotta be taken care of, man.
Let me just ask you a question on that though. Do you really believe that you go beat Richard Sherman? You talk about Sherman, right? You really believe somebody go try to run that game on you? That's a mistake, James. I can tell you that right now. You run that on Sherman.
I'll tell you,
he's too smart. He's too smart. You ain't gonna run the same thing on him over and over.
Well, I'm not going to say that you can run the same thing on him over and over, but one play I did see that Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes got him on. That sluggo.
No.
He got beat.
James,
yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk wasn't involved. Kirk didn't do nothing. Kirk got picked off.
No. No. I'm saying no. He did complete a pass on him on a deep ball, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're mistaken.
And then he tried to go. Okay,
Minnesota?
Maybe I am, but
Minnesota.
Yeah, in the Minnesota game.
Did get no love. I mean, and Sherman picked off Cousins.
Did. Okay, all right. Well, I thought I seen him get beat each and every one of them games on one particular play.
No,
but
Sherman embarrassed him and his receiver. Manhandled his receiver, stepped in front of him, took the ball, and brought it back for the 49ers. So you did get twice, Devontae Adams in Green Bay, and of course the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's the one that counts the most.
Yeah.
That, you know, it either breaks your heart or it gives you joy.
Yeah.
And both and the one that counted the most, he didn't show up. That's all I know. Now, I don't remember every play, but I do know that if one player, as a matter of fact, I think it was Stephon Diggs that had told Devontae Adams, hey, you can beat Sherman on that play. And that's how Aaron Rodgers beat him on that play in the NFC Championship. And then Patrick Mahomes got him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is what was said.
Well, yeah. James, we got to pull up, though. But good luck to anybody who's going to scheme on Sherman. I tell you, he's crafty. He's a wily old dude. Be careful with Sherman. They know it. You start running blueprints or plays over and over, he's too sharp. He'll kill you. But James, anyway,
Ronbo.
James, he's going to play another year at least.
Thank you, man.
All right, fam.
Yeah, I would believe that. All right, have a great evening. Thank you for what you do.
Thanks,
Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. Thank you, bye.
Night, fam. And Joseph Smiley, if Kittle doesn't have a quarterback, how in the hell did he get all them yards? Some of you people coming in here visiting, boy, y'all be killing me. Hey, Christopher Hengler. Thanks, fam. Peace. Keep the good vibes going all season. 49ers 2020 and 2021. Thanks, Chris. 49 Lakers. We got GK signed. Were there ever any doubt? Bang, bang. 49ers Lakers gang. Thanks, fam, for the contribution. Wasn't never no doubt, man. They was going to sign George, man.
Okay.
He couldn't get no 20 mil a year because, we have a future. We need to sign more players to continue to beat up on the league. Hey, Shay. Come on in, Shay.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Shay, you know what's
How you
up,
doing?
man. The 8-5.
I'm happy,
feeling
man.
fabulous.
I am happy. I'm feeling fabulous too, man. I want to talk real quick about what James just was talking about. He did not get beat on the Vikings. That was a Killer Witherspoon, so I don't know what he's talking about. He picked off Adam Thielen. And yes, there is a formula how to beat Sherman. When you beat him on the inside. We all know Sherman's not a good man corner. He's never run man. His entire philosophy is based upon zone. He's one of the best zone corners. To run zone at his age and the way he does it is really good. But there's no way we're gonna send Sherman out there with just running man. He's absolutely right. Every time he's been beat was because he was in man coverage. I mean, I understand Sherman can't hang with the fastest of the guys or the elite, but when he is in zone, he can handle anybody. But he does the same technique every time. What he does is when he's pressing, he'll come out and he'll push the receiver towards the sideline so that they have to go all the way around. And that's how he actually was able to beat up Sammy Watkins for majority of the Super Bowl until he gave up the inside on Sammy on that third down play. So
then Sammy
doing
shoots
great.
out to the outside anyway. And I think that's what confused
on the
Sherman
next
completely.
one, but that's exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. But, I mean, Sherman still has it. I mean, his technique is absolutely sound. It's the greatest technique anybody's probably ever seen in the history of the sport. I mean, the man is a legend. But anyways, so just to clarify that really quick. But I'm just happy for Kittle. I'm going to be, I guess, the first one to be the apologetic on the hype train. For, George, I'm going to be the first one to be like, sorry to Grant Cohn. Really quick on the apologetic train. I'll be the first one. He was right. He was off by some numbers, but he was still right when he was the first one who broke the article. So, I was kind of giving him some slander yesterday, but today I'm here to say, give the man his props, give the man his dues. Grant, apologize, man, but I mean,
this is hilarious.
But back to what you were saying, though, Ronbo, before the beginning of the show, 100,000%. I always agree with you, but I even more so now. You don't have this lingering on during the season. You don't have, Kittle feeling played like, I didn't get my contract extension. These, Niners don't care about me. You know what I mean? I've been the best player on the field for them.
Yep.
And that's one, I think, the greatest thing about this contract extension that he has is, I absolutely agree with you, Ronbo, that he is our heart and soul, and he brings the energy. And if the 49ers miss any of that energy, that's very impactful for the team. So it's great to get the voice of the locker room, one of the leaders in the locker room. Give him his money, man. Pay that man. He's done nothing but been a great service for us, and he's been the best tight end in the NFL, and there's no doubt about that, Ronbo. And then also too, I was going to touch on something you were talking about earlier. It wasn't the wide receiver thing. What was it? Damn, Ronbo. Sorry, my memory's getting bad, man. I'm only 24. It's terrible. Before I go, it was something. Oh man.
Kyle Shanahan. Something Kyle said.
No, something about for Kittle too. About Bleacher Report. There you go. About resetting the market.
Bleacher Report thinks he got underpaid. Right.
I completely disagree with Bleacher Report. I completely disagree with Bleacher Report on that one. I think that Kittle. So people have to keep that in mind. Like, yeah, it was a little off from what I thought. I thought Kittle was probably going to get like 2,000 maybe. I'm not. I sound so ridiculous. 2,000. Sorry, I'm at 17 mil. I was going to think about like 17 mil, 17.5. Rumble. That's kind of where I thought. That's kind of where the price would be. But 15 mil to me is still a significant amount because remember the next paid tight end is at 10 mil.
That's a lot.
He's paid 50% more than the next viable contract, right? So, there's no doubt in my mind that that I think 15 is plenty. I think it's plenty. I think Kittle's happy with it, and Kittle's a baller. He's going to play for the team. And I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that I don't think Parag and Lynch and Shanahan, kind of like, hey man, I know you was asking 16, 17, maybe in a couple of years we can do like an incentivized deal and get you really paid, but can you just take this 5 years, 75 mil, and we'll be on our way and get the season really rolling. I absolutely think that too. And also to piggyback off the Kelsey getting his sign too, there was no doubt in my mind that Kelsey's agent and Kittle's agent were literally talking the entire time. They were saying, yeah, shoot for the stars, hopefully aim for the moon, because whatever Kittle's gonna get is gonna fall right after. That's what Kelsey's gonna get, because Kelsey is behind Kittle as the second tight end, and Kittle's the best tight end. So that's why I wasn't surprised when I knew it was like, oh well, this is gonna reset for Kelsey. Kelsey's gonna get a raise right after this too. So and that's why he got paid less. He got like $1 million or $2 million less than Kittle.
Actually, it was well. I didn't do the math. I just saw that he gets 57. But then again, he's older than Kittle, so they're probably figuring his career is going to list. But he got 57 for what strength?
Yeah, and he got less. He got less guarantees, but he's still, remember, Ronbo, he's still going to play off the time in his other contract. So whatever the salary was from his other contract, that gets accumulated in too, and it takes his entire salary down for the entirety of the whole entire contract. So,
Shay,
either way, we're happy.
Shay, the thing is, I still don't know where Kansas City's pulling this money from. It's frightening. They had nothing on their cap, and now they have the highest paid quarterback in football history, and they still paid Kelsey.
Ronbo, they've paid 3-star players over $100 million within the last 3 months. I don't know where they're getting this money from. I don't know how. I don't even know if we have a cap. I don't know where all this money's coming from. I'm just like, Kansas City, they're cheating somehow. I don't get it, but I mean, to each his own, I guess. But yeah, I don't agree with the Bleach Report. I'm happy we got it signed. I'm glad, Ronbo, we're going to start off the season. Everybody's healthy, and we're bringing in J.J. Nelson, Tavon Austin, punt returners, kick returners, and speedy guys.
I noticed
I'll see something. I'm just saying. So shout out to my TNT fam, Will, Dre, Trey, Big Show, Dre, Fresh, Russo, all my guys. Ronbo, again, the platform. We love you, brother. Thank you for giving us a home, being a foundational piece for the faithful, Ronbo. You are the greatest at what you do. Truly are the GOAT, Ronbo, the greatest of all time. We love you, brother.
Shay, it's good I'm not a lighter complexion. I'd be blushing blood red. Thanks, fam.
No problem,
Thanks, Shay. Appreciate you, fam. Hey, I may be back tomorrow. If too much news busts out, I can't stand it. I'm back to see you tomorrow. All right?
Sounds good, Ronbo. I'll be calling in tomorrow. Take it easy.
All right, fam. Have a good night, Shay. And the Man Niners says, hey, man, kill all that negativity. Pop that yak. My homeboy Kittle is back. I like that rhyming. Woo, Dion. Come on in, D.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Deal. It's like last year. Remember when Robbie Gould signed finally, because we had been agonizing over that situation for months, and all of a sudden it's done. And I had a feeling we were going to have our moment of relief kind of soon. I didn't know it was going to be when, but I said, wow, we got it. That's it. Done. Stop talking about it. We ain't got to worry about George and that constant anxiety. Another fan, well, you know what? Y'all don't have Kittle. Y'all ain't going to be shit. Yeah. And they see, here's the thing, George is, and I hate to admit it, but they're to some degree right, D, because George Kittle, he is that howitzer. Everybody else has got, you got automatic weapons, you got this, you got that, but the howitzer knocks that whole thing out. That's George. You got a problem out in the field, you radio back to the boat. All right, coordinates 7784985. Here comes George! Boom! Game over! Woo! So, I feel so good. D, your feeling though. Bleacher Report is saying wild things like, man, they didn't pay him enough. Let's outline what George Kittle does. They went down this list. I said, okay, fine. You guys don't own a football team. Shut up. Woo, God. But D, your feelings on these matters.
For me, I'm very happy that Kittle got signed. For me, it was just a situation of making sure that the numbers and figures were right. And the numbers and figures were right. I mean, you get a man at least almost $16 million a year, you give him the $18 million signing bonus, you give him the guaranteed money. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's an afterthought. And the beauty of it is that we can just move on and do it. But what kills me is how George Kittle gets paid, and then randomly here comes Travis Kelce talking about I want some money too. So I'm like, okay. I agree with you. I'm like, how did Kansas City get all this goddamn money to
I
pay
don't.
Chris Jones, to pay Travis Kelce, to pay
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you know the last person to get some damn money, Tyreek Hill. He ain't been paid yet.
Oh, I
Tyreek
thought.
Hill, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's in line to get paid next.
That's right.
So
The
you got
controversy over Tyreek was him and that child last year, not his pay. You're right. They haven't. They've not done anything with his contract.
yeah. So I mean, you got to think about it. Like now, you got to wait for Tyreek to get paid. So then it is what it is. But for me, I have to say I'm very happy that George Kittle got signed. The one thing I'm not happy with is all these random fucking signings. Like, what are we doing? Like, I feel like they're just bringing in body after body after body, and it's starting to just become, cumbersome. I have no reason to even waste my time like paying attention to the bodies that they sign. Oh, we're bringing in Tavon Austin. Now we're bringing in Dante Moncrief. Bring all like, why, bro? Do you understand how full our wide receiver room is? Why the hell are we bringing in another damn receiver?
I see. That's my
Like
feeling.
we
Why
are
are
like,
we looking at all these receivers? But I mean, all those
yeah.
three, all those guys have something in common. All three guys. As I kept saying, Kyle wants a speed merchant. I guess that's it.
He does
I'm
want
not
to.
feeling.
I mean, my thing is, you want a speed merchant, just go with Ayuk. Like, use the players that you have. I get it. You bring in other guys to test their talent. Yes, Tavon Austin was once a guy who wound up having good, return skills and whatnot. But that's all he's there for. Like, we don't need another return guy. If that's the case, then just use, Brandon Ayuk, and make sure you just mix up the receiving core. Debo will be back pretty quickly. It's not going to take too long. If they decide to give them the first couple of weeks off because they feel like those two games are a joke, then yeah, it is what it is. But all the we bringing in old linemen, bringing in this dude, that dude, cut this guy, do all like this is too much. Like you guys, it's like a girl on the first day of school. She doesn't know what she wants to wear, and it's driving me
In
insane
that
that they
bedroom for
continue
two
to do
hours
this.
trying to figure out what she wants to
Right?
put on. I know. Same goes to girlfriends
About to
and
be late as
wives.
hell, and about to be late as hell, and miss the damn bus. But it's like that's I think that's probably the only thing that's bothering me. Like I understand that Lynch and Shanahan know what they're doing, but the thing is when you just keep bringing in random people, and what do a lot of these people have in common? Shanahan had some kind of tie to them. I don't need him bringing in a bunch of dudes and getting fucking attached, and then being a crybaby when we have to cut him and shit. I love the guy. I love his offensive mind. I love what he does, but he continually brings in dudes, and he's like, oh well, no, I know this guy. He knows my system. I got to keep him. I got to keep him. I got to keep him. Kyle, after a while, bro, you got to start understanding. You only do that with players who actually are going to produce. Okay, not everybody that used to be in your system is going to be perfect for it. It doesn't work like that. We have starters. We have mostly backups. Let's make that happen. Be smart about it, and then
But D,
it will work. But
remember though, these guys. This is training camp. Most of these guys are. If they can't really, it's going to be like a judging a fight. If you can't really fully beat the fighter in the ring, the champ, you're not going to win that job anyway. So these guys are just in there to see if they can get a shot. I see most of them getting
yeah, I
cut.
mean, yeah. Most of them are camp bodies. I can dig that much, but still, to me, it's like I'm not gonna report any of that crap on my channel and waste my time with dudes I feel aren't even gonna be here at the end of the day. The credit that I wanted to give to is John Lynch though, and the reason I want to give him quick credit is because when Lynch came back, do you notice all the bullshit stopped?
Yeah.
Lynch comes back in the building. Raheem all of a sudden don't want to trade. Lynch comes back in the building. George Kittle get done. Like Lynch has a way to be able to talk to these players because he was a player and he already has that connection, and they're able to trust his word, and he can say, okay, get it done. Because I can tell you right now, and I love Parag for what he does, but let me tell you something, and this is nothing, and I swear everybody in the chat, don't be mad at me. This is nothing against the people from India. They are frugal as all get out. And Parag was holding that damn checkbook as hard as he did, as hard as he could, and he was dicking around with the damn contract. This should have been done a long time ago. But Parag was over there, no, let me put this in there. Let me put that in there. Let me put this in there. Let me put that in so we can have it out. And look, Parag, at the end of the day, bro, you have to remember, when you have star players, you can't do that to them. You need to pay these dudes the way they need to be compensated. Say Trent Williams comes and balls out. Do you know what we want to do? We want to pay Trent. We don't need Parag in there going, let me throw 50 million different curves and hooks in here so we can get out of this contract. Bro, get the contract done. Let's make it happen. Let's make sure these guys don't get frustrated. And then at the same time, you know, John Lynch will be right there having to reassure him and be looking at Parag going, hey, man, let's make this a little easier. God damn. Like, you're killing me, Small.
But Jay, we got to pull up. But remember, Parag is Jed York's best buddy. Parag's always going to try to protect the company. But we can talk about that another time. All right, D. That's good stuff, though. I love perspective.
All right. See you tomorrow. If you do go ahead and come out to play, man. Appreciate the platform. Appreciate what you do. You are the best at what you do. Y'all out there listening, man. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button, people. Don't be listening to the show. And even if you a hater, hit the like and subscribe button. Because you in here because your team is whack as hell and don't have a platform like this. Remember that. Bang, bang, Niner gang. That's what's up.
Thanks, Jay. Dion. Man. That's the good stuff. Check out Dion. He is not going to be. Dion's got, as you can see, he has some really sharp edge opinions on certain things. So check Dion Johnson. See him in there? Check him out. And I'm sure by the way, if you are Indian, don't take any offense to that. I think what he's saying is that Parag, regardless as to what nationality or race he is very careful about not overspending. Hey, Krusty! Oh, it's Curtis. Hey, Curtis! Curtis.
Oh, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey. What's that? Curtis, man, it's a George Kittle finally day that we ain't got to be concerned because you know the conversation be going each and every day. The 49ers are nowhere near an agreement with George Kittle. And you look at it, you say, oh, man, don't
I know, right?
Please stop with this. And then today, and Curtis, yesterday, you got Grant Cohn, the man most people love to hate, but I don't be hating on him. But anyway, Grant says George Kittle has signed 6 years, 94.
Yeah, he said 6 years.
Boy, it was wrong. And Grant was like he was from Louisiana last night at his house, in the dark with the lights off. Every sound he hears outside, who that? People's hating on Grant like crazy, and today George is signed. So he wasn't. His money was wrong, but he was on the right path. So Grant, shout out to you. But Curtis,
shout out to him.
Hey, but Curtis, how you feeling about this, man? Is this a good idea? Because Bleacher Report says 49ers didn't pay him enough money.
I think there's enough money because he between tight end money and receiver money.
True.
Now look at it, man. Kittle was out there running routes, and he was an offensive lineman blocking.
And a good one. I mean, George blocks man-to-man is blocked.
A damn good one.
Yeah.
In between, he's good money. I'm glad we signed him because when we signed Jordan Reed, I was like, oh shit. Come on, don't do the same thing y'all did with
DeForest Buckner. Let George go and go with Jordan Reed. You knew that was not happening. Right. Oh, that would have been a disaster.
I know it was going to happen.
Ooh,
I was like, okay, but I'm glad we signed him. And you know what? If we got Jordan Reed, a healthy Jordan Reed.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Say it. Game over.
Game over. Game over.
I don't care who we playing. Game damned over.
Okay, who we playing? Because who you look? Because y'all have your attention to Kittle. Reed going to kill y'all in a couple games. Then defense coordinator how to go back and like, damn. They got these two tight ends.
It's a domino effect, Curtis. Reed's go kill you. Now the 49ers run game is getting ready to get crazy. Mostert's getting ready to run up 200 yards on you. You got Jerick McKinnon. Jerick's going to get all kind of yards out of that backfield. And Jimmy G going to be averaging, 400 yards a game, 5? Man, get out of here. Oh! And I ain't said about Debo yet. Ow!
And you know what my brother said about he got that brace off. But you know he never had a serious injury, but he had some stuff on his knee.
Mm-hmm.
And he know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted him to wear a brace. And he got that brace off, man.
It's restrictive. It was lightweight and everything, but people judging G on last year, boy, they about to get a rude awakening. Because in 2017, that was a real Jimmy G.
And we could save our franchise tag to sound like somebody like Fred Warner. Franchise tag him.
Oh, no, Fred's not up next.
Yeah,
Fred is up.
Year.
Fred's next. Oh.
Yeah.
Fred he's not going to get franchise tag. They're going to sign Fred. There's some other guys that are going to be in trouble, but not Fred. Because you can't franchise tag everybody, Curtis. We got too many guys that we need to franchise. K'Wan Williams has to be paid. I don't know how in the world. Somebody going to get cut.
Yeah. That's why I say, I ain't too much worried about the salary cap because that one guy we got that worked with Lynch, he know how to work the salary cap. He know how to work it.
Yeah.
He knows how to work it. So I ain't worried about that. No, Kittle got signed. That was my main priority to get Kittle signed. Because we couldn't let him go. Because he was, I've been part of our offense. Couldn't let him go. And now we got him signed. We got Jordan Reed. And with the receivers.
You got Trent.
I ain't worried about talk about Super Bowl or bust. Well, I heard your boy talking about today.
Yes.
I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, Trent Williams. We'll be worried about Trent Williams this time next year. And as you mentioned, George. Not George, but I mean K'Wan and Fred. And next year also the expiration of Juice. I mean, you know what? This is a scary situation. I don't know what's up next year.
I think they'll find a way. To sign Trent Williams. If he come in and be the same person he was the spring that he was off a whole season, and still get the money up front to let you know what kind of organization you messing with. You're messing with a good organization, want to win, and you already know they was in the Super Bowl. Yeah. So the thing they did with him, I think he probably won't ask for that much money. This is my gut. I don't think he won't ask for that much money.
Yeah, well, he's got to get at least what he's getting now, and his salary even now is not low. And remember, he left Washington because of the fact that they didn't want to renegotiate his contract. So
I don't think he want to be in Washington because hell, Washington was no damn playoff team.
And had no intention of being one either.
Right. So you're on a Super Bowl team. If I were players, I would take less money to be on the winning team than go to a sorry-ass team I know I ain't going to win just because of money.
Yeah.
I really with the team, I'll give me a ring.
As long as it's not a huge cut, because like you're saying, you can make a lot in playoff shares and things like that, endorsements. There's lots of money to be made if you're a winning team, and that's fully agree.
Right.
But I agree.
You can make endorsements and stuff, I ain't worried about that also, but I was so glad that we signed Kittle, man. I'm glad we signed Kittle.
Hey.
Because, man, Kittle was a beast, man.
Hey, Kyle Shanahan needs him. He plays too many roles out there, Curtis. The reason why Mostert had such a good season had a lot to do with Kittle. Debo, his career has a lot to do with Kittle so far. George does what he does. I mean, he puts himself in a position to kill teams. The New Orleans Saints, if George would have got away from San Francisco, the Saints would have been the first persons to try to get in contact with him. They seen what he's made out of and what he did to them. He's dragging people down the field, Curtis. Oh!
You already see what they did with Emmanuel Samuel?
No, they didn't wait to get him.
See what Emmanuel Samuel did? How way he burnt their ass and ran in for a touchdown?
And they signed him up.
Got back up and signed him up quick.
Curtis, we're out of time. I'm going to see you tomorrow, Curtis. I'm thinking I can't stand it. I got to come back tomorrow. All right? Curtis?
Go Naughty. Y'all be safe out there, man.
And you too, fam. All right, Curtis.
Y'all
Have a good night.
Y'all family, man. Y'all take care of for Night Nation. I love y'all.
Here you go. Love you back, fam. Night. Hey, Krusty. Krusty.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got a lot of noise going on in the background. Chris, you got a speaker going. I think you always do. I get a feedback every time I can hear. Can you maybe mute that? Chris?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's somebody. Oh, you're
I'm
somebody
muted.
else in the house. Okay. Krusty, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right, Krusty, you got George Kittle. It's over. No more conversation about are we going to sign Kittle or not. Your feeling on that. And also you can address Bleacher Report trying to start some stuff by saying things like, the 49ers underpaid George Kittle. Oh, come on, guys. What is up with that? But Krusty, your feeling on that. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with them overpaying him or underpaying him. I think that they gave him a good contract. It was more money than what I was originally thinking. I was thinking he was going to get more of like a $12 to $13 million, like they're originally saying. You know, I'm glad that they paid him $15 million a year. I'm glad that it came out. I'm glad that George is happy with it. I'm glad that everybody signed the deal and he's going to be on the team. I still think Grant Cohn's a moron, though. You know, his sources,
and I expected somebody to say that.
Well, the thing about it is, we all knew a contract was coming, right? We all saw I saw the thing saying that they were getting closer. And I was like, okay, there's going to be an extension soon. And then freaking Grant Cohn comes out and says, I got a source, 6 years, $94 million, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, no. George Kittle even came out and said he was wrong. He knew the contract was coming.
Krusty, good point. When George Kittle made that tweet yesterday, it was not a negative shot toward the organization. It was a negative shot about that particular estimation of what the deal was going to be worth. That sort of flashes a light on things, Krusty. Good point. He wasn't mad at the 49ers. Yeah. He was mad about that. Like that's to say, George is greed-stricken, and he's going to try to break the bank in San Francisco.
Right.
I misunderstood.
Grant Cohen's, he's a negative entity to the whole team. He always comes in and seems like he always tries to trash the organization and whatnot whenever he gets on. Brings all this negative stuff out and pisses people off or makes people think something's going to happen. He's not a good thing at all. I don't like that guy at all. I hope he loses his job over
this. Krusty's serious tonight about Grant Cohn. But I am so enlightened. You just got my thinking rolling on that. It wasn't that he didn't appreciate the 49ers not dealing with him. He didn't appreciate the tweet.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And now we can focus on other things. And another thing is, Tyreek Hill did get paid. I don't know if you guys heard.
Yeah, I saw somebody said 19 mil.
I think it's like 17 or 18 million. I was reading earlier, but he got like a 3 or 4 year, $54 million contract last year. So it's like without Travis Kelce's thing, I think there's like 3 or 4 players, or like 5 or 6. They're over half the cap. You know, they're over $100 million with.
Right. See now, what are the rest of the guys getting paid? That team is going to become very vulnerable next year. With the talent, the drop-off that they're going to have, do you keep Sammy Watkins? How about that other – they got a couple other speedsters on that wide receiver room. What are you going to do with them? That's going to be interesting to see how they negotiate that cash. That's wild.
Right. McCole Hartman's on a rookie contract, so he's cheap.
Yeah.
But the way they did it was Mahomes doesn't make hardly any money the next couple of years. You know, his actual contract doesn't start until
after this one expires?
The next 2 years, until his rookie expires, then his $50 million a year starts. So that's how they're able to pay Chris Jones and pay Travis Kelce. Yeah, so he's not getting $50 million this year. Yep, he's still getting his rookie contract. So he got a 10-year extension onto the 2 years he still has on the end of his rookie contract. That's how they worded everything. That's why he's got 12 years as the quarterback. So, you know, I thought, is George Kittle the same thing, though? Because it says it was a 5-year extension. So is he playing for 2.2 this year with an $18 million signing bonus? And then 5 years after that?
You know, that detail they did not disclose. But if that's legal, which I was unaware of, that is probably exactly what they did. And that helps them to sign Trent Williams, K'Wan Williams, and some of the other guys, maybe. Clever.
Right.
Because Fred Warner's got to be signed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys are mostly defense. You know?
Right? Most of the guys are on defense who we need to pay. But Jimmy G's contract is going to expire within the next 2 years. If he goes buck wild this year like I'm anticipating, the 49ers are not going to let him go. This is going to be really interesting how they manipulate the money between now and the next 3 seasons.
Right. And I want to know how the contract for George Kittle's written out, you know, because I wonder if they backloaded everything on his contract so that they'll be able to pay everybody next year because we don't know what the salary cap's going to be.
We know it's going to go down.
Year in the year before.
Right?
Yeah.
And next
so
year goes down.
Give him
and the following year goes back up.
Pay him a little now in the first couple of years and then backload him all the way in the rear end. So maybe that's how they're going to get everything.
Chris, you know what that really has a very provocative sound to it. Okay.
Right.
Krusty, we're out of time. I'm gonna be back tomorrow for a regular Friday night visit because otherwise it's gonna be a weird Friday. All right.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Krusty.
So
thanks.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Have a good night. Oh man, yeah. George wasn't talking to the 49er organization. He might have been talking to Grant. We can't confirm that, but it seems like George knew what was going on, even yesterday at that hour when he said that. Tony, yes, thanks, fam. Kittle done time to get to work, but watch out, Mrs. Pettis' baby boy. Dante. Salvador. What if Salvador forever? Sal, come on in, man. Salvador. Sally.
Yo, my bad, Ronbo.
Hey,
Hello?
Sal, man. Ain't talked to you in a while.
What's up?
Yo, man, because everybody, we've been tripping about George's salary. We need to get used to this, though, because for the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to be tripping like this going into training camp every year. But this year, this one's been relieved, so, doing a good job.
Definitely, Ronbo. This morning, I mean, you said it earlier. You said, where were you when you got the news, right?
Yeah.
And then, man, I was just walking around. I was clocking into work.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to another podcast, and then they talked about it. It was a sports podcast in the morning, and they were like, breaking news, George Kittle just signed 5 years, 75. And I know it wasn't the numbers that Grant Cohn said, but, I mean, it was right on there. And our boy, he set the market, Ronbo. And that's honestly the sweet spot for him because he's more than a tight end. But he's, a little bit less than a wide receiver. But we give him other duties, and that's $15 million a year.
Yeah. Because Sal, if you made George a full-time wide receiver, that boy would be ridiculous. But he's got so many more skills than that.
He just grew up. He's real physical. I guess he was a wide receiver before he's going to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like a lengthy, like a lengthy wide receiver. But he went to Iowa, so he learned that type of style of football, and then he's putting on muscle now. That guy's a monster. Year 4, he's gonna be moving bodies on the left side of the line, right side of the line. And, with Jordan Reed, Charlie Warner coming in to help him, hopefully it expands his passing or his pass catching,
It's going to be, and less work on him. You're right. You got Reed out there to take some pressure off of him. You got Warner out there doing the grunt work for now. And, because if Warner looks good, we won't see Jordan Reed next year. I'm pretty sure about that. Because then they're going to groom him to be that other tight end. Because if he can catch, because that dude was a wide receiver too, Sal.
Imagine how he feels. You know, if he could just work his ass off for 2 to 3 years, he's like, man, I could get that payday too.
I know, right? Inspiring, ain't it? Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully our guys are, you know, I think they're all happy for George Kittle. I saw them on all their Instagrams. They were all congratulating him. You know, so
it's a family.
Man, Ronbo, it's a revenge tour. Yeah, we're getting in there. Saturday can't come soon enough. Hopefully, our guys stay healthy. You know, it's the same shit every year. We don't want no injuries. But
oh, that's always so scary. We'd be so good, but a lot of teams would be so. But we'd be so good if we could keep that team healthy. At least 95% of it all year long. And D Ford is talking about, but y'all don't know, but my knee is feeling so good. You just got a glimpse of what I could do last year. Oh, D Ford coming off of 1 year. And you got Nick going up the other side. And Javon, what if Javon is as advertised? D said Javon reminds him of Nick. Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah.
God, I can't wait.
Nothing but pressure.
Special.
Nothing but pressure, Ronbo. And there's a dark horse on that D line, and it's your boy Solomon Thomas. He needs to step up this year. He's on the same trajectory of Eric Armstead, Ronbo. He's due for a big year. I was just looking at our playoff run last year. He was coming up a little bit in the postseason. He's coming around. If he has more playing time and better coaching, maybe year 2 under Chris Pizarnik, you know,
better positioning. Put him on the inside.
Yeah,
stop putting him outside. Yeah,
it is the inside because he has great penetration and those stunts and just, you know, penetrating the line.
Quickness,
he's real
too.
good at that.
Yep.
Yeah. So if he just, you know, puts it together, our D line is going to be unstoppable with all those first rounders coming off the bench like Deion Jordan, you know.
Ain't nothing but first rounders except for DJ Jones.
Yep.
Who else?
Yeah. Even DJ Jones, they're saying that he's looking good too.
DJ Jones only a first rounder the way he's playing. God.
Yeah.
Ain't no weak
I can't
links.
wait to our team. I can't wait.
God. Just the defense alone is going to be so much fun to watch. But now, Sal, you got an offense that's going to come out there fully jacked. These dudes will go, oh, my goodness. And now you got 2 tight ends that can do a number. Trent Taylor's back. Jimmy's safety net. Oh, this team is just damn.
Ronbo, that Silverback is going to be dangerous. I don't think we understand what a dominant left tackle in his prime, in a zone run scheme would look like. Because Ronbo, he gets out there. He's athletic. Yeah, I thought Joe Staley was fast, but man, this guy, he's gonna destroy linebackers, defensive backs on screens, on, you know, just quick sets, on the zone run. It's gonna be unstoppable. I don't think because I was watching some film guys. They were saying wherever George Kittle lined up, that's where the ball was gonna go. So we're gonna switch it up this year. You know, we're gonna use decoy. You know, George has like a decoy blocker, and then we're either going the other side or we're going to do some play action. But our offense is unlocked. Consistency, continuity, that's big this year, Ronbo.
I know.
Someone said, I think I'll get out of here real quick. But Juszczyk said it. He said we're bringing the same guys, or we're picking up right where we left off. And that was exactly what I was thinking in March, when we're going through the coronavirus, where we're not picking up free agency. We're not picking up free agents. We're just re-signing our team. They had it in the back of their mind. We need to bring back this team because we got it good. And we added some weapons, and we're here for that revenge tour, Ron, but we're going to win that fucking Super Bowl. I'm ready.
You should be ready and get ready to buy them jerseys and everything else. Super Bowl 55, it's ours. Sal, you know what? I'm probably going to come back tomorrow, man, because we're getting ready to start the season now, man. I'll probably see you tomorrow, all right? Get a chance.
For sure, Ron, but I'll try to get in here.
I hope so.
Definitely. All right, you have a good night.
Sal. You too. Thanks.
You too. Bye-bye.
And bang, Mal.
What's good, Ronbo? How you feeling, my bro?
You know, I'm feeling that sensation of finally. Thank you. Good Lord, I'm tired of reading. As soon as I open up my phone, my computer, anything I'm opening up, the 49ers are no closer to a deal today than they were yesterday. The 49ers are nowhere near close. Stop! So now, that ended. Mel, George Kittle is a 49er for the next 5 years.
No doubt.
Ooh, yeah. But as I said,
Yeah,
Bleacher Report says he ain't getting paid enough money. 49ers got away with something. What? But Mel, you're feeling, and I got to tell you though, I do agree George Kittle is not getting paid probably fully what he's worth. I will say that much, but he is getting paid in accordance to what is possible to keep a team intact.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And worth is like, I don't know, man.
Mel, you
it's
sound
tough.
muffled.
Hold on 1 second for me. Let me. Hello?
Yeah.
That
That's
better?
a little more clarity.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Mel.
Yeah, I'm at work right now.
Okay. You hide now.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not hiding. But no, I had to step outside. You know, where I work is loud. I'm at UPS overnight, so.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, I know it's got to be loud there.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, man. George, man, that was a sweet spot, man. That's all that was. We found the sweet spot. And Bleacher Report, I don't know, man. These people, like you said before, they're all just shock jocks, bro. They all just want attention. They want views and clicks and likes and subscribes. Get out of here. There's always somebody trying to cause strife and contention, man. Stop. Like, knock that off. Which I'm not mad at Bleacher Report about it. That's just whatever. But Grant Cohn, I don't even like talking about the kid because that's what he wants. Like, this is his goal, is to have his name being brought up on every single show. What I don't like about that guy is he's supposed to be a 49ers affiliate, and he just doesn't move or sound like one at all. He's always causing some type of issues, man. We can do without him. Go watch Seattle or something, man. Get out of here, bro. Go talk about the Rams.
There's plenty to talk about. You want to go negative? Boy, that's a place where negativity runs rampant.
No doubt.
Woo!
Yeah, but yeah, there was no doubt in my mind that we were going to get it worked out with Kittle. He doesn't want to leave. We don't want him to leave. It was really just a matter of finding the best possible deal for him while still being able to keep the team intact, because we do have a lot of signings that are going to need to happen over the next 2 and 3 years, man. So it was all a matter of figuring out how to do that most efficiently.
Exactly. Because, with George, when I see George motivated now, what does an extremely motivated George Kittle look like? Does he take on more responsibility in his attitude? Does he start working with other players? He's already made a thing with Warner. We may see a Fred Warner that we didn't know about in the next days ahead.
A Fred Warner or Charlie Warner?
I'm sorry, Charlie.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Charlie's George's boy now. He said something about Charlie. He said he won him over a few weeks ago. Charlie Warner likes doing the blue-collar work. I think that's what George appreciates about him most. There's no glory in him as much as hard work. He'll get the glory anyway. Yeah, that's what he requires.
It's like a mirror image, man. It's like George is looking at himself coming out of Iowa.
Right. So, and what if that's the case too, Mel? What if that is the case? Warner turns out to be that other guy. I love Jordan Reed, but I'm concerned about how long he's going to last. I'm trying to keep my fingers crossed on him because he has been fragile. But what if Warner works out? Huh.
Well, I'm not sure if I said this before, but that's the thing. Over in Washington, Reed was the guy, so he had to shoulder the load. Here, he doesn't have to shoulder the load, so he's not going to have to play as many snaps or get as many reps. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Any word on Pettis, man? How's he looking this year?
That's the funny thing about it, Mel. Nobody's talking about Dante. And I tell you something else. They're looking at other receivers high and hard as they can right now. And Phil Yates believes it's because the Debo thing, and of course Richie's out. So I'm thinking, shoot, Phil, I got news for all of y'all, man. If any one of them receivers works out, it's like somebody else pointed out a few minutes ago, the 49ers got 1 through 4 receivers with 2 spots open.
Right.
Dante.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Maybe on the I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to my bro, Dion, bro. I heard you earlier. Dion, I love you. I still love you. I'm always going to love you. But just to answer your question, I'm not going at you right now, I promise, bro. But just to answer your question, why they're bringing in all of these 4-3 guys when they have Brandon Ayuk, it's not just that they want speed with experience. while Ayuk is definitely high profile and everything, we don't want to just throw him right to the wolves immediately, not knowing how everything's going to be. So you definitely want to get a guy in there that has experience.
Especially with no preseason.
Goodwin.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say we lost Marquise Goodwin because that sounds like we took a loss because we didn't. He's at home somewhere right now. He's supposed to be in camp, but he's not playing this year. But,
well, there's another baby on the way. It seems.
We want speed along with experience as well. So Ayuk doesn't have that experience yet. Now, if something happens mid-season or beginning of the season or, whatever, then we may be able to release somebody, bring somebody else up if Ayuk is panning out on this level. But, yeah, so speed and experience. I do agree with you about how, it could be dangerous with Kyle bringing in some of his old guys and he might get attached or whatever. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say, I think this might have been, I don't think it was the first caller. I think James was the first caller. It may have been after James. I just want to, he was talking about Sherm and how Sherm is the greatest zone corner, but he's not great. He sucks at man-to-man. You're not correct, sir. You're not correct, sir. A lot of his interceptions last year came from man-to-man because teams had the same exact mentality that you are talking about right now. Oh, we know how to attack Sherm now. And you see he made them pay. They said the same thing when he first came to the 49ers coming off that injury. Then they said the same thing the following year. And last year you see what he did. So teams will be really, really stupid to come in here and try to test Richard Sherman based off of a play that happened in the Super Bowl or whatever. The dude knows how to cover man-to-man. He's not that fast, but he has the intelligence, the intellect, and the skill set.
Well, I really fully agree. I hope a team does think they should test Sherman, and please do it when the game is close, so we can go ahead and get that pick six or put us right up against the goal line. Sherm is not to be messed with like that. I agree, Mel.
Period. You do not pick on that dude. Do that at your own peril. But yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow, though, my bro.
Looking forward to it, fam. All right, Mel.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night.
Double bang gold game, man. We in here. There was a show that was the best, and Ronbo was his name. R-O-N-D-O, 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 and Ronbo was his name. All right, my bro.
I love you, man. That was awesome. Thanks.
I'm down.
I'll see you tomorrow, Mel.
Have good. Yeah.
I got to remember that song. I'm recorded. All right, Mel. And Eloy Rodriguez says, great, I just bought 2 Kittle jerseys back in November, and it would be a sad thing to see him in another. Ooh. Yeah, isn't that the thing? Because jerseys aren't cheap, and you go ahead, and somebody goes and does that, you get the home and travel jersey, and Kittle says, good night, I'm out of here. Oh, you can't put it up on eBay. Well, maybe you could, though, because he did set records before he left. So those could be, they have value still, collector item. Let's get a 760.
Yo, Ronbo.
Hey, who is this?
It's Eric.
Eric. Hey, Eric. Well, Eric, man. Eric, man, we're having fun tonight, man, because we ain't got to be talking about George Kittle not signing, because that was really worrying people a lot, right? Even though we tried to act like, well, the 49ers going to get it done. George ain't going nowhere. But the back of your mind, Eric, you're saying to yourself, what if he does? What are we going to do? Oh, no. They ain't got to worry about it now. He's done. But Eric, you're feeling on this, man. Is he getting paid the right amount of money? Or, did the 49ers lowball him? Is he worth way more money? Or should George be satisfied getting 50% more than the guy next to him as far as tight ends go?
Well, in terms of value to a team, I think Kittle was underpaid.
Yeah,
if you really think about it,
the same thing. He's not getting paid what he's fully worth, but yeah.
Yeah, but because if you think about it, like someone like Patrick Mahomes, is he like really, worth that much? Because I don't think there's much separation between a value of Patrick Mahomes and a value of Kittle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, good point. Or Eric, let me add this to that, because you look at who's the next guy. Let's look at Eric Armstead. Is Kittle worth more to this team than Eric Armstead? Also, you might look at any player around the league. You look at, somebody said that Tyreek Hill is getting paid 18 or 19, 17, 18, 19 million. Is George Kittle worth more to the 49er offense than Hill? See, there's a lot of weird conversations and arguments. In a courtroom, George Kittle would win, Eric. I agree. When you go that route.
Yeah, because I saw today that they were comparing George Kittle, Travis Kelce, and I think a guy from the Bills that got signed today. And their entire contract was worth, I think, $190 million, somewhere around there.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes is making $300 more million than that for 3 top-tier players. Is that correct? Is that right?
That's outrageous. I don't know how I guess they were afraid somebody else would give him that money, but that is ridiculous. He's good, but
and the reason I bring that up, Ronbo,
good.
Yeah, the reason I bring that up is because now they paid Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones. I don't know if they paid Hill.
Somebody just mentioned that. He did get paid. Double digits.
That's their top 3 players.
Chris Jones.
Where did they get this money?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But then somebody said Mahomes' contract is going to start year after next. So that money's not going to hit their cap just yet. It's like a future contract. So when this contract's over, Patrick, this is guaranteed. Don't go out here looking for no job, man. You're a chief for life.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I also got to say one other thing. I went in there with Grant Cohen, and I went in there and I called him a bum because So I gotta apologize just for a second, but I mean, still, I saw one of his videos, and he said that the 49ers do not value their top tier players, and I was like, what?
I don't.
What are you talking about?
I don't know why he says those kind of things.
Didn't we give Richard Sherman like an extra $4 million on his incentives, right?
He got a huge package, so they didn't hesitate to pay Jimmy G. Who else do we have? You can't. You got to pay intelligently. You can't sell the farm on every player. They've got to think ahead and try to give that player as much as they can, and not ruin their chances to continue to compete. I don't know. Grant, I'm not sure what he's. I think he does that just to get attention. Sometimes he doesn't believe all of what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ronbo. Well, thanks for the platform, dog.
Hey, Eric.
It means a lot.
I
get bored, because I have to go outside and water plants, and that takes like an hour or so.
Yeah.
Watching your show it doesn't make it boring,
Well, thanks, fam. That's a huge compliment as far as I'm concerned. Appreciate that. Eric, anytime. And when you call in, even better. All right.
Later, Ronbo.
Hey, later, Eric. Hey, and Oscar Ladner, hey, thanks for that contribution, Oscar. He said, I didn't have $15 million per year to give you, but here's the $15 in honor of GK. Thanks, fam. Hey, what's so funny? Because I remember saying, 13, yeah, but you know what? I wouldn't mind giving them 15. I'm serious. I said that. But 15, can the 49ers stand it? But I wish 15 is about right. And that was the landing spot. Because 20, when he first started crying about 20 mil, George is asking 20 mil. I said, oh, why, really? He knows that's not going to happen. So, this is nice. I think 15 is okay. Hey, Elliot.
What it is, Ronbo.
Elliot, what it is we got through with George, and we can get to work now, get camp. George's going to be pumped for camp,
Hell yeah. Listen, man, at the end of the day, I wasn't worried about this deal. I knew that this deal was going to happen. Hold on, let me mute my stuff so
please, thanks.
We don't have no interruptions. All right. So like I was saying, I wasn't worried about this deal. I think we would have been probably the dumbest NFL team in history to let go of a player like George Kittle.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, now, is he underpaid? This is what I'm going to say this, Ronbo. At the end of the day, his agent is smart. They knew they wasn't gonna get 20, 30,000 or 30 million a year. They knew they wasn't gonna get that. The same way I go into every job or any job and ask for
you shoot high,
way more money than I deserve.
Yes,
you get the money that you deserve by asking for way more money than you deserve. So when they make it say compromise and say, oh, well, should we give you? We'll give you 15. They knew they wasn't gonna get 20, 25 million a year, but they gave him 15.
Right.
Okay, for him and his agent is high-fiving each other and saying, yes,
Absolutely.
we got what we wanted. Had they asked for that 15 million, then that would have been a negotiation on that. Exactly. It would have been a negotiation on that 15 million.
Yep.
And that's how you got to go into anything when you want your money. So I'm like, I ain't tripping at all. Is he underpaid? The only thing I'm going to say is this. At the end of the day, I'll think of it this way. What wide receiver, we ain't talking about tight end because there's no tight end but probably Travis Kelce who can rival this compliment. But other than that, what wide receiver is more important or does more for their team than George Kittle?
I just
None.
pointed that out.
The only person I could say that probably deserves the money is Julio Jones because of what he had done. Opposite of that, you can't give me a wide receiver outside of him to say he deserves more money as a pass catcher, a run blocker, and not only that, a runner, a person with the ball. See, there's nobody who blocks better than George Kittle. There's nobody who, as a tight end, that runs the ball the way like that George Kittle can do.
And Elliot, with you saying that, you realize with you saying that there is no wide receiver. Anybody who catches the ball, there is nobody better than George Kittle as far as having a diversity of talent. There is none. Julio just catches the ball. Yes.
Look, the best you could probably go with, and I hate to say it, is Terrell Owens.
And he ain't playing no more.
That's the best you can give. And he ain't playing no more. He'll block you the next week the same way that George Kittle will. Yeah. Had they given him the ball to be a runner, he could do that. Outside of catching the ball, ain't nothing better.
Here's another question. I see it in the chat. Gronk is still the definition of an NFL tank. Yeah, Gronk was a good blocker. But you know what? I put him up against George as far as that goes. As far as catching the ball and making catches, him and George are close. I'm not sure which one I'd say is the best.
Good. He was a great player for his time. The one thing that he don't have over George Kittle is being healthier and playing out the season more than all his great years, he had injuries. Okay? This man get hurt, and guess what he tell the best person that's supposed to guard? Buda Baker, I'm still out here.
Hey, more athleticism.
I'm still out here.
George's got more athleticism than Gronk. By the way, George plays hurt too, but his production, it seems, George is like a wounded animal. I mean, Elliot, he seems to get better when he gets hurt. The man is playing with a flat jacket. He ain't playing. He not wearing that jacket because he just likes the way it looks. His ribs are broke. I mean, the dude is still playing.
How many people? This only thing is, I'm gonna say this before you let me go. Look, at the end of the day, is he getting paid enough? Yay and nay. Yay because he's a tight end. At the end of the day, no, because of how much he brings to the team, and not only that, football players are the most grossly underpaid players in the planet. Yeah. So those two is one thing. But how many people do you know can have a career year of the best year a player can have with a freaking backup rookie quarterback? Tell me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Excellent.
Nobody.
We're going to pull up on that note, but that's so perfect. That is so true.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what made Mullins worth a damn. Because he threw the ball to the man who had a great year and the best career, or the best year a tight end can ever have. He was a rookie. Who else can do it? I'm sorry. Tom Brady sound good, but did he do it with Gronk? No. So I'm not trying to hear nothing.
Hell, I'm going to see you tomorrow. We really got to roll. There's a lot of people want to say something about this tonight. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, right,
That's all right.
Great stuff.
No doubt, man. Love you, boy. You have a good time. I'll see you tomorrow, my guy.
All right.
All right?
All right, fam.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. Yeah, that's so true. Everything that's been said about George Kittle is so true. In fact, he's a very humble guy when you think about it. Enough can't be said about George. He has now become pretty much the face of the. Did we lose the mic? Oh, no, there. Hey, chill, pill, Phil, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo. Thought you lost me there for a second.
I did too. It's a very weird sound, huh? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, come on in and your feelings on some of the things, including what Bleacher Report is trying to start some I don't know what, just to be in there. Well, you know what? It's smart on Bleacher Report. Nobody else is saying anything. And Bleacher 49ers underpaid George Kittle.
George is underpaid.
Yeah,
but George signed the contract, so it is what he's worth.
But it's a matter of principle, though. Phil, you can't touch upon that, though. What is your opinion on that?
But here's the thing, though. The Niners had all the leverage. Anyway. They had the current contract plus 2 years of franchise tag.
Yep, it would have been less
George
than 15.
Wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So if George wanted more money, he had to come down a little bit, and he did. So, and you know what? This doesn't destroy the team. It's actually a very good team contract as well as a contract for George. So, you know, he's got security. He's got $30 million guaranteed. So after 2 years or so, the Niners can do whatever they want if you know his performance goes down. If his performance stays the same, he's going to get paid. So, you know, this is a good contract for both sides. It doesn't bury the 49ers in cap hell. And let's face it, every team goes through cap hell. They're all going through it, even the Cincinnati Bengals and everybody else.
But not the Chiefs.
They all go through
and that needs to be investigated. Where are the Chiefs getting?
Well, the Chiefs thing is as soon as Mahomes' contract kicks in, they're dust. All right? So they've got a 1-2 year window for being good, and that's it. So once his contract kicks in, there's going to be a lot of cuts on that team. So they're not going to be some big dynasty going out forward. In fact, I think if they want to sign Kelsey, they're going to have to let some people go to fill his contract needs.
I think they already have. Yeah, he got paid a few minutes after Kittle, or whatever they did. I don't know why they paid him. I thought he already had his contract.
They didn't have to let people go right away, but they will by the time the season starts. So
I know. I agree.
So I mean, you know, it's all. Do you want to be good for a long time, or do you want to be good for 1 year?
Yeah, Rams.
And I prefer the long term over the 1 year.
I do too. Because frustration immediately after having a high point, that's disgusting. I mean, can you imagine being a Ram right now? I mean, they were flying high, and now all of a sudden you don't have any. Your players are leaving like there's an
you're in last place in the division. I mean, they're going to be in last place probably in the division. So, and they've gotten rid of all their draft choices, so there's no room for improvement.
Right, no future draft picks either. Whoa, what kind of business are you running?
And they're broke.
They're taking a page out of Will's book.
They're broke.
Borrowing money.
I'd rather be in the Niners' position, you know, and I'm glad George sees that the fact that if he tried to break the bank, it would have broken the bank and players would have to go. So, you know, kudos to him. Kudos to the Niners. This is a good, friendly contract for both sides. And I think we're going to be good for a long time because of it. So,
Phil, one question, just a little related to some degree. Why won't the NFL, the owners, why won't they expand the cap? You've got a lot of guys. You got 53 guys. Why can't the cap be expanded
Well,
to
the
make
cap
more
is
sense?
expanding.
No, I mean
The cap is expanding, but the problem is it's tied to revenue, right?
Yeah.
So if the revenue goes down because
Then the
there's no
ticket
fans,
prices, and also ticket prices would have to hit the ceiling too. I keep thinking, wow, that's really.
you just got to, the players get 48% of the total revenue stream, and the owners get 52% of the total revenue stream, and that's the way the cap's set up. And if they get a new TV contract with a lot more money, then the revenue goes up, and the players get paid more, and the cap goes up. It's just simple
It's all economics. Yeah.
But right now with this COVID, it screws everything up.
But I mean, even before COVID, I was wondering, Jesus Christ, every year you got to budget down to the dollar. You can't go over the dollar for dollar tax will hit you, and that'll be devastating. I said, why don't they expand that cap about 30 or 40 million more than they're doing now?
Oh, It was going to be. Because they got a new TV contract, and the revenue stream of tickets is going up, but all of a sudden, wham bam. So it's just one of those things. It's a short-term deal. The cap will go up probably after next year,
2021,
and then we'll be back to normal, and the players will get lots of money. But in the meantime, we've got a situation with our defensive backfield where 3 of the 4 guys are going to be free agents. So
look at the linebackers.
And I'm sorry, Sherm he was all pro corner last year for a reason. The guy makes plays, and yes, he got beat in the Super Bowl, but he also got beat because they were holding Nicky Bosa, and the refs didn't call it. So let's go real there. They didn't call one holding penalty the whole Super Bowl. So, no matter if you're Deion Sanders in his prime, he's not going to be able to cover a guy if you got a quarterback with Mahomes' caliber that has 10 seconds back there. It's just, it's the way it is. So
yeah. Well, Phil, as per usual, great points. I was gonna take and wait till Friday. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Be looking for you.
And Grant Cohn was still wrong. $90 million. Come on.
94.
He got one part right. He's gonna sign a contract. He got that part right. The rest he was way off base. And it's really about the details in a contract, not the fact that he signed. So. All right, Ronbo.
There was another reporter that brought that up. All right, Phil. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
God. Poor Grant. Hey, IB.
Ronbo. Mic check. How we sounding tonight?
He sounded smooth as silk. And IB, you know the subject matter tonight, man. It's a George Kittle finally got it done party. So,
yeah, let's get a round of applause for that.
Oh, God, yes. But I do enjoy, as sweet as it was, somebody had to pour a little vinegar in the drink. Here comes Bleacher Report. I didn't see that coming. I'm sitting there, and the note said, 49ers underpaid George Kittle. Okay. What is...
Right.
Well, okay. I have to agree he's probably worth more, but still, the economic structure of a football team, you can't just pay George Kittle quarterback money or wide receiver money because of the as it goes, it would screw you up. You can't sign. You don't have a formidable team because you went too far on one position. So, it's anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, as far as that part goes, man, I feel like Jaquaski Tart said the other day during his interview, man, it's quarantine. These fools just need something to talk about. Because we can all see that, but realistically, the beginning of this off season, the highest paid tight end was going to be 10 mil, I believe.
Yeah,
and then so we were hoping that he would stay somewhere close to 15, 16. It wouldn't go any further than that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And 15, man, it's still a big contract, but he definitely deserves it. And 5 years from now, you will see a tight end make $20 million a year. You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
that
you
goes with the
know,
flow of the economy because everything will probably be going up and really will
exactly,
make sense then.
exactly,
Because
and
quarterbacks,
kind of the
I don't know what they would get paid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to fall back on what you were just saying with Phil, man. Shout out to Phil about the salary cap. We don't. The NFL doesn't need the type of salary cap that baseball has, because then you're going to create a totally different environment. Then you're going to have dudes who are going to sign Bobby Vanilla contracts and only play 3-4 years, like Alex, like A-Rod and shit like that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
true.
if
Because they
we
was getting
want
$100 million
football to
a long time ago. That's true.
exact. I mean, look at basketball. You give
Ooh,
basketball these huge
200
contracts,
plus mil.
and these guys got total control of their contract. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like we don't want to create those type of dynamics. We like football to stay football. It's already turning into two-hand touch. So, you know what I mean? But
I don't even watch
and
the Pro Bowl game anymore. Yeah.
I mean, this is my spin on what's this guy's name? Grant Cohn, right? We got to remember we got to remember that these reporters, it's a business and it's all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? The trick of it all is that we need reporters like that, because you realize every ball club, no matter if it's football, basketball, hockey, whatever it is, everybody has one annoying reporter, right? And
Grant,
what is that?
compliment.
What does that one person do? He finds
Stirs
the
the
leak
pot. Yeah.
within the organization, because if you have a leak, that creates chaos, that creates trouble, that creates friction. And yeah, we don't like these kind of weasels, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when they get news like that, we want them to put it out there, because there's a source that he got it from. And I'm quite honestly, George was right, man. He's like, yo, how you going to put my business out there? Because the dude was right to a T.
Yeah.
To a T. No matter how you look at it, you take the 18 mil guaranteed and add that to the 75, then it almost equates to 15.8. So the dude was right to a T, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's very scary how these guys get this information, especially from people that you entrust your life, your career, your family, and all of this stuff.
So right.
It's a gift and a curse.
Dollar
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, because that's why I kept asking yesterday. Yeah, I don't know, guys. How do you get them exact dollar amounts? He didn't say 90 mil. He didn't say 95. He said 94. He said 6 years. He didn't say 5. He didn't say 7, 8, nothing. What?
And you know for a contract that large with that type of flexibility that he's got a 6-year option. Whether he's signed for 5 years or not, he's got a 6-year option. You know it's guaranteed in there. They don't have to give us all those details. You know what I'm saying? But that's George Kittle you're talking about. So, but I don't know, man. I'm delighted. I'm glad. I'm very glad that this is over with, because now we get to see football.
Tired of reading that George Kittle, the 49ers are nowhere near an agreement. Oh man, really? Because IB, you and I, most people probably know, George Kittle could not risk going to camp this weekend, and that would have been a whole nother can of worms. George Kittle did not report to camp today as the 49ers start to get ready for the 20. No,
Well,
we don't want no drama. It's time to focus on getting to the, I was going to lose it. I know.
That's why I say we have to give a shout out to all of our execs, because they the ones that got it done. You know, even during all the chaos and all of that, in the midst of all of that, they got it done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they said it the whole off season. Don't worry, trust the process. And realistically, that's how they looked at it. Like, hey, look, man, Saturday we about to start hitting these pads, man. What if this dude turns an ankle or something like that? You know what I'm saying? So that's how they looking at it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, we're gonna be back tomorrow, and there's no telling what develops between now and tomorrow. Between Tavon Austin and J.J. Nelson and Dante Moncrief and 49ers, got everybody tripping on that. So that's the next avenue of tripping. So anyway.
Hey, last night I said I was set, but, I trust the process. We'll see what happens. And, I just hope my badass son is asleep downstairs. I heard him watching your show. So
Go to sleep. Here he comes.
right. All right, Ronbo, I'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
Looking forward to it. Night, IB.
All right. Yep, you too.
See, what Ivy's got to do is he's got to let his son get on and say a few words. We got to get in earlier so we get him in there. Hey, Tony S. Come on in, Tony.
What's up, Ronbo?
Tony,
what's going on, man?
The good times are rolling, man, because we needed George Kittle. And for all those people early on, remember when you had people saying, shoot, George Kittle better recognize the fact that he's playing for the 49ers. It's about the name in the front, not the back. And I said, oh, hell. Y'all, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Because here's the thing. George Kittle is what pretty much predicates how well this offense is going to run. We saw what happened when we were sitting up in the booth and watched them sorry-ass Hawks win a game. No. I want Kittle. So this is the thing. Certain guys, you can't talk that way about them. It is the name on the back on certain people. George Kittle was one of them. But, Tony, how are you feeling about this contract? And is it okay? Or are you going to the Bleacher Report route and saying, no, the 49ers got away with something that time? He is underpaid. Where you at?
Well, you know what, Ronbo? I come on here sometimes and I hear people talking about, oh, we should pay him this, we should pay him that. And I think it's funny because we act like that's our money coming out of our pocket.
Always.
But, looking at the guys that do break down the cap, I was hoping we would hook him up. And I think at a 15 mil is perfect because he gets more than normal. But at the same time, he sets the bar. I'm just glad it's over with. I'm glad we can move forward. He's definitely worth it. And yes, you're right. He is an icon in this offense, in this team, in this run game. He's a beast. There's no question. I'm glad we locked him up for 5 years. Totally worth it. I think now that we're done with his contract, I think we can look forward to, hopefully getting back to that ship again. I'm kind of intrigued that we're trying out all these wide receivers. I think the pressure's on Mrs. Pettis' baby boy, Kaler, Hurd.
Yeah.
I honestly think we're pushing. I think we're going to push this year, and I think they're bringing in these guys to see who can make the team. I don't think it's for Debo. Debo for sure's got it.
I'm convinced it's not him. Exactly. They're worried about him being out what stretch of length of time, if he's going to be out 2-3 weeks, how many weeks he's going to be out. And in their case, these guys that are bringing in, then you'd actually tell them, okay, now you could get your release in about 4 or 5 weeks, but we're going to see what we can do to hold on to. And it's up to you, of course, to position yourself so that we can't make that choice. That's going to be the kind of thing they're going to have to, conversation they're probably going to give them. Because I tell you, Tony, who are you keeping on this team in the wide receiver room right now? Somebody made a good point. So position 1 through 4 is set. 2 to 5 to 6 is a question mark. You agree with that, or what do you think?
5 to 6 is a question mark. It's gonna be, it's hard because you got people like Pettis and Hurd and Taylor who did show glimpses, but they've been MIA. And then you got these guys like Ayuk and the guy from Tennessee that we just drafted. And you feel bad because they're finally getting a shot. They're finally getting a shot at it. Yeah, and we have to unleash their potential. So honestly, I think it's going to be a good training camp, and it doesn't just go for wide receivers. It's going to go for cornerbacks. It's going to go for linebackers. I mean, every position. Hey. It's either you're going to play or you're going to get put on the practice squad or not even be on this team.
That's right.
Because we're trying to win a championship.
Exactly. So what Tony's talking about, man, I fully agree. Tony, right now, you can't be a project. We don't have room for any projects because these guys have been together too long. We just drafted you, you're on very thin ice and a short leash. You get 2 mistakes. That's it. Pretty much.
And we're trying to win. We're trying to win in the near future, right? Probably 1 or 2 years. At some point, we're gonna have to sign a bunch of people like who's that linebacker? the one that put big play Dre. We're gonna have to sign him. Warner's gonna come up. Well, those are people we can't afford to lose. Those are hitters.
Nucleus.
Yeah. Exactly. So we got to try to keep it together as long as we can, but we're running out of time. So it's gonna be cut and dry this year. We got the ultimate goal. I mean, it's so hard to even think about the damn Super Bowl. I think about what Dion said the other day, not to set your expectations hard, because I remember I was in Reno when I saw the Seattle versus Niners when we played them, and then I saw all those when Kyle Williams fumbled. Every time I was heartbroken.
I know,
wasn't more heartbroken.
It takes weeks, months to feel right after those things.
I still haven't watched the game.
God, man, I've not watched
it
again.
I still have not watched it.
I've not watched that Super Bowl again. I can't stand it. Just really annoying.
This is only my second time calling since that Super Bowl because I still get so heated about it. Those last 7 minutes, I cannot believe our defense crumbled so much.
Oh, God. 49ers have not given up two scores in 7 minutes all year long to anybody, including Lamar Jackson. And that's the most high-powered offense we saw all year, and all of a sudden we give it up. Tony, let's not go back over that page. It's just really, it's disturbing to even talk about it. But hey, Tony, we're going to go. If you get a chance, since this is your second, you're recovered from the Super Bowl, come on back tomorrow.
I'm always listening, Rombo. I'm always listening.
I see you in the chat.
I call sometimes. I work all the time, man. So anytime I get a free chance, I'll call. Thank you, Rombo.
Forward. Thank you, Tony. Night.
Good night.
Ellis. Ellis? All right. Hey, Alex, come on in, Alex.
Good, Ronbo.
Hey, Alex. I was enjoying you. Somebody predicted, that was you who predicted what was going to happen, and you were like right on target. So Alex is the guy that somebody else asked him, Alex, if that was pretty good, can you tell us what Nick Bosa is going to get paid? I was in that, watching that thread. That's hilarious. Hey, good stuff, Alex. Oh, God. That was you, right?
Wait, I don't. I think that might have been the other Alex.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, somebody predicted that this would be the ending story, the final chapter on this drama, that George Kittle would get paid this amount. So, but what do you think?
Well, no, go ahead. Oh, sorry. I'm not surprised. I knew this. I wasn't worried at all that we were going to let him walk. I didn't think we were going to trade him. I knew we were going to sign him. I wasn't worried. I thought 15 mil was going to be the number. I didn't publicly go out and say that, but in my head, I was thinking 15 mil was like the right number.
I think a lot of us
and honestly,
thought 15 was fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? We got a steal, Rombo. I mean, this guy does it all, and not only does he do it all on the field, but he's the face of the franchise. He sets the tone, not just for offense, but for the entire game. He sets the tone for everybody. I mean, look what Juice did last year. I feel like Juice kind of fed off his energy, and I mean, everyone fed off his energy. So we got a steal. I'm pumped. I'm freaking pumped. I'm ready to roll.
It should be, because DC's, every team we play, the DC is first concerned with George, and now they got to deal with. They're pretty much going to have to worry about Mostert now. I think when McKinnon established himself, he is going to be an issue they're going to have to think of. And, this is the kind of thing, our wide receiver situation, but now you got two tight end sets. DC's now, how they always say, it used to be, there ain't no DC's spinning all night up a game before they play the 49ers. Back in 2016, 15, back when we were going through those times, shoot, DC's will be up a week without sleep now.
Oh, yeah. They get no sleep, Ronbo. But, hey, I just want to bring things into perspective. Not too long ago, we had Blaine Gabbert as a quarterback.
Yep.
We had Jeremy Curley as our leading wide receiver.
Yep.
We had Rashad Robinson as our corner.
Yep.
We had Sean Drone as our running back. DeJuan Harris as our – we had –
who was playing tight end?
I think it was Selleck, I want to say.
Oh,
Selleck and Vince McDonald.
Right. That's right. McDonald
and look what this front office has done in the last 3 years.
Miracle.
They have just a complete turnaround. we are Ronbo. We are the best team in the NFL. Like I don't care. I don't care about last year. I know that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, whatever, but I still believe that we are the best team. We just didn't finish the game. I mean, we could have gone undefeated. We just lost by a total of 9 points total. So excluding the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm so stoked about this front office, and they're still in the beginning of their contracts. They just re-signed. I cannot wait to see what we do down the road. I mean, going from the years of Jim Tomsula and Chip Kelly.
Oh,
I mean, Kyle Shanahan's the man. John Lynch is the man. And credit to Jed York. That dude, he made the right choice. He fired Balky.
And we always knew it was him.
House.
Yeah.
Right. Balky was definitely the cancer in the office, and Jed York was kind of getting overpowered by him, and so he put his foot down. Yeah. He got Kyle Shanahan in the building, and now look what we've built in just 3 years. Going on 4.
And John Lynch.
So credit to all them, and John Lynch, dude, man, like.
And Alex,
we signed. This is a fifth round pick, and look who he is now.
You see, Alex, that's the good thing we can look forward to as well. The 49ers are not going to be able to afford everybody going down the next 3 to 4 year stretch, right? But what they do very well is the 49ers, those scouts, whoever's involved, standing ovation. The draft picks we keep bringing in are exceptional. I would say at least 75% of the time. We get a few guys that are so-so.
What front office makes picks that do that? Because we had Drake Greenlaw, we had Justin School, we brought in Dan Brunskill, we got Emmanuel Mosley, undrafted rookie. Like, and I think their scouting
is just amazing.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just
no. You go for it. You go for it. I've been talking. Go for it.
No. I'm done. I'm done. Continue.
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna say a credit to like our scouts, and I think it's like a mix of our scouts as well as our coaching staff. And I don't know, just you can see the mindset they have come to like manifestation.
Yes.
On the field.
Oh. And Chris Kasorik, what kind of hire was that?
Oh,
perfect.
He'll be our defensive coordinator next year, Ronbo, because you know that Salah's gonna be out of here. Salah's gonna get a head coaching job.
Oh, but Alex, I don't want him to be the DC because I want him working with those guys intensely all afternoon long.
But Kasurik and Shanny, they know who to hire. They know who to bring into the building. They've already established their culture. We already have that baseline, that establishment that I don't think like everyone keeps talking about like, oh, the hangover. It was a 1 year wonder. Ronbo, we were just getting started last year and we almost went undefeated.
Right.
We were still having pieces move around. Our wide receivers were like, we didn't figure that out until week 8. I mean, we were really, and Jimmy Garoppolo still getting his seat back underneath him. I mean, we're just getting started here, Ronbo.
I keep trying to tell people.
I am excited.
That's ridiculous. Hangover. No hangover. This team they're a fledgling young team that actually overachieved in 2019. You've seen nothing yet. Nothing.
And everyone doubted us last year, and now they're like, oh, you guys, like they keep doubting us, and that's just going to add fuel to the fire, which is going to be good for us.
Alex? It's going to get better. We're going to be back tomorrow, though, Alex. I was going to wait till Friday, but I can't wait. Once you get started talking about 49er football, we're in the season.
Especially Kittle. Respect to Kittle. Shout out to Kittle. Money well earned. We love him, and we're stoked to have him for the next 5 years.
Here you go. All right, bro.
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow, Alex. Have a good night, fam.
All right, later, Ronbo. You too, man. Late.
Thanks. And let's go check to see if Ellis is available. Ellis!
Yo, what's up, family?
Ellis, you know what's up? Boy, finally got that monkey off our back. Sign him. Stop talking about it. Stop. Tired of hearing about it. Don't want to read no more big across the monitor, your phone, whatever, your laptop. The 49ers have not come close to a deal. Whoa, man. The season's about to start here. Come on, people. They just toy with your emotions, right? All of a sudden, boom. Yay. Great. You know what's so funny? Because late last night, it was way after the show, right? All of a sudden, you got the Chronicle writer, Eric. Anyway, he posted up something similar to what we were hearing, that George Kittle is close. George Kittle, their sides are close to a deal. I said, wait a minute. Why is Eric putting this up at this hour? This is not, no. This is fresh. So I tweeted that out, let everybody I know. And you know what? This does not look like something that's just yesterday's news. This is fresh. And sure enough, boom! We wake up, there it is! Oh! So, that's crazy. I love it. It's a storybook ending. Eric Branch.
Yes.
So anyway, how you feeling about this deal, Ellis? Because like most of us are happy with that $15 million. It doesn't kill the team, and George he's getting not exactly what he's worth, but he's still getting paid way more than most tight ends. But Bleacher Report come riding it. Man, y'all got away, man. George Kittle's underpaid. Oh, but what do you think? Ellis, did we lose connection?
I'm here, fam. I just didn't want the background noise to be too loud. I'm ordering something in the drive-thru for the kids. We just came back from a little day at the lake. I do my thing, man. I'm a family man. I do the kids thing real heavy, like. And thank you, sir. I appreciate that. This distance learning, man, been kicking a lot of us parents' ass. We're having to be at the house 5 days a week. Staying at home, doing live Zooms and curriculum and stuff throughout the day. And it's like a regular school day.
I'm impressed. Any couple that can deal with that and get it done successfully, that's just an amazing thing. Ooh. But you, Ellis, I think you can get it done. So, but anyway, Ellis, there you are. Now you're on the phone talking football at the same time, which makes you a man who defines multitasking. But while you're here, you might as well tell us how you feel about this deal.
Man, look, I just had to finish that up. My bad. But definitely. I mean, Grant had some inside info. You know what I mean? And he, he might have been off, by 20 plus M's. You know what I mean in regards to the money, but
we still shot the
that's
messenger.
Good. That means. Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted to wait to see what really happened first before, kind of just flipped, just flipped on him and got all bent out of shape. You know what I mean? He had obviously some information that was valued. And look, man, we got the deal done. It came before Friday. It was about $20+ million left. George actually got paid a pretty penny. I know, I heard one of the other callers saying that, he got underpaid. But, I think because of what we don't have that kind of money to just give George all that money like that, or even though we'd love to. I mean, we didn't get to keep Buck because of it. We didn't keep Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, there was a lot of shit that we had to kind of cut off, to kind of make room for things like this. Mm-hmm. And I'm just glad that, we were able to get it done. And, it worked out for both parties. George is the highest paid, NFL tight end in NFL history. So you set precedents like that. I mean, what who's complaining? You know what I mean? So Ellis, I'm glad. I'm thankful.
And Ellis, here's the thing. You know what? No, there is no team in the league that was going to pay George Kittle $20 million. That's twice the standard set so far by the Browns or whatever team what's his name's playing for. See, that wasn't going to happen. So it was unrealistic for the 49ers to even go near that number because there was no need to. Like somebody else said, you shoot high and you get what comes from it, which is probably going to be still satisfactory, which is 15. You don't start at 15 as your negotiating price.
Yeah.
You start at some high number.
Exactly.
And we don't know if it's true or not because the media tend to spin things sometimes. But, George is probably delighted, and his agent probably knows that's where they were probably going to land. And this is more than a franchise tag, which the 49ers, by the way, didn't have to yield to this. They could have held on to George for another year or so.
Yeah, that speaks volumes. So I'm hoping, and which I think he is, to see that commitment, from our organization. It's reciprocity 101. Yes. George showed his commitment to the team. He busted his ass. He played injured, and hurt, and he played like an animal last year. You know what I mean? And even when he was out, he wanted to come in and play even injured, to even sacrifice his body, put his body on the line, which a lot of guys tend to not do. You know what I mean? George is just. He's like I said, he's a savant, man. He's the real thing. You know what I mean? He's gonna go down in history, and we have him on our team. It's complete bliss. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad we were able to get that out the way. Now we have no more issues and no more stuff to continue to, worry about when it comes to George. Now we're looking at we just acquired another lineman, from from Arizona, and we're getting ready. We're loading up. We're getting our depth together. We're looking for another receiver now. Thank you. And the organization is doing one hell of a job, man. I just want us to be able to make sure that we can retain. I hope, like you guys were talking about earlier, I was listening with the way it was structured. I'm hoping that we'll be able to retain, K1 still. We got to be looking out, for Juice. And I mean, shit. In a couple of years, 3 years, we got Nick coming. You know what I mean?
Fred,
after
you
2
got
more
Fred
seasons,
Warner in that mix next year too.
We got Nick. We got Fred next season. Yeah, that's what I mean. We got Fred. We need to be able to retain and keep these guys, and hopefully, they're not thinking about the pocketbook as much. And we're going to pay them as much as we possibly can. But to keep this kind of a team together, and this unit needs guys together that have grown together. Sometimes you gotta, you might have to take a short here and there. I would rather stay. I would rather take a pay cut. Or a little less money, we're not saying drastic and to, play for half your worth and all that other stuff. We're just saying we want to keep everybody. So, if you make it manageable to where we can retain all these guys, man, I mean, it's a win-win. So hopefully we have more of that, those kind of examples being set by the other gentlemen that's coming up for their contract years and stuff like that. It may not work out with everyone, but I'm hoping that we can do that. I think Juice will be more inclined to stay. We got some guys that I know are going to want to stick around with us no matter what, and they're going to willing to, work and meet us in the middle.
Absolutely true, because you know what? If you're right now, though, the 49ers it's a really dangerous place to be. If you're a marginal player with minimum contributions, you're finished. But anybody else, they're going to save that money for them and cut the fat from here. Next year is going to be for those who are attached to players that they just like them for the sake of liking them. You get your feelings hurt next year. So we'll see. But that was good stuff, man. I'm going to be back tomorrow and maybe catch you during an hour when you're at home and got the kids under control and everybody's fed.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you did a show tonight. I was like, oh, it's not even Friday, but that's. Hey man, it was a 911. We had to get together, man. So I appreciate you for getting on it and giving us another something that we can rejoice over together. Fam, as always.
Absolutely.
You always being there. So thank you as always.
Right.
Shout out to the Niner faithful, man. Everybody, man. Hit the like and subscribe right now, gentlemen. If you're in the comments, if you're listening, whatever, we got to run those things up. Everybody, even if you're in the chat, I know sometimes you got to click out of the chat to hit the like, or whatever, you know what I mean? Then you kind of miss out on being in the chat. But make sure when y'all don't forget to hit those likes for Brother Ronbo, man, and this, this fan club for us. Much respect.
Ellis. Thanks.
Peace, family. Peace.
Peace on you, fam. I'll see you tomorrow, Ellis. Hey, cool,
all right.
Ellis. All right. And there he is. Here is the Iron Sheik.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Oh, doing
Kittle
well.
Day, National Tight End Day, baby.
I'm telling you, man, anytime I can get some stress removed, because, Sheik, our lives, every one of us has a certain volume of stress. You don't need this. Sign George Kittle, for God's sakes, and stop this. And they did.
Yeah, stop.
God.
Yeah. The thing with Ronbo is about that, though, Ronbo, is like everybody knew that he's going to come back.
Yes.
It's not going to be another Buccaneers situation. But when? The patience that we just get it out of the way, because, it's training camp, all that stuff. So,
hey, Sheik, right there. It wasn't being said, but there was a huge risk that George Kittle was not going to reduce his value by going to camp and getting hurt. It's just makes no sense for him to do that. And so I was kind of worried about that, too. Man, y'all got Grant's right. He may not be right on his estimate, where we got his information, I don't know. But he's right about if it ain't done by Friday, we got a problem. And sure enough, we ain't got a problem no more.
I got a bone pick for Grant Cohn, man. I seen his tweets. I get it. Your source that you had it with Jordan Reed, you didn't go with it, but you went with Kittle, but you didn't. You gave out two random numbers, like you're $20 million off. You're just the day you're off. There's the signing bonus you're off. So technically, there's a lot of insiders are saying no, we can't give it to you. It's Rappaport and what's his name, Silver, is the one that. So I was reading this tweet from the past. This is 2018, 2019. He says Kyle Shanahan officially is on the hot seat in 2018. And then 2018 as well, John Lynch needs to be. He's not experienced. He needs to be fired. We need to find a better general manager. What did they do? What did they do for Grant Cohn? And then the biggest one, Ronbo, he said Bosa, and this is 2019 in March. He said Bosa would become a second-round pick as well if his name wasn't Bosa. Ooh. Grant Cohn, are you eating crow now? Bosa is the rookie of the year. Kyle Shanahan is extended. John Lynch is extended. George Kittle is extended. Are you happy now?
Hey, but Sheik, you know what? We can at least be happy. You know, Stephen A. Smith is over there telling people that George Kittle ain't all that, you know. So at least Grant doesn't go that far.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Like somebody said in the chat, Stephen A. Smith is not to be taken seriously. He is purely for entertainment purposes. They should put that underneath him. Don't say professional analyst. Entertainment only. Because Stephen A. Smith,
I just watch it fun.
Yeah. Laugh at him.
Stephen A. Smith is a color commentator. That's all he is. He's just very, people want to watch because of what he says and all that. But the names I give Jimmy G, I'm not going to say. It's retarded. It's old news. So anyway, the thing about that, Ronbo, like George Kittle, the people's tight end, national tight end day, worth every penny. I was thinking 13 to 15. 15 is perfect. And
I was hoping they could afford 15. I agree. I thought 15. I said, you get 15. Damn, can we?
15 is fine with me. Yeah, and he's in a lot of people. There's a lot of other fan bases saying you guys overpaid. It was like Kelsey's. Oh yeah, Kelsey right after Kittle. He's like, I was like, oh Kelsey, we underpaid. You overpaid for Kelsey. Can Kelsey block? No, he cannot block. I was like, well, he has more receptions. Like because we're a run first team. He's pretty much like a.
But Chick, what fan bases were you in conversation with fan bases that said George Kittle was under the Chiefs? Were one of the fan bases?
Yeah.
Oh no, not the Chiefs are the last team that can talk about overpaying people.
Right. They have $500 million overpaying for how many players? 3 or 4, 5, I think, maybe 5. Like you think your window is really smaller now? Did you learn from the Rams? Like, you got a great quarterback, no doubt. He's a runner. He came out, he beat us. I give him that. But overspending that much. When is the last time of a quarterback got his contract and won a Super Bowl? I want to know that.
And Kelsey?
Does anyone know that answer?
I don't have an answer for that because I'm trying to remember. Usually they sink deep after that. Look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson did not have a good year last year. I mean, not this past season, but the year before, after he got paid that contract, it was a so-so year. And Chris Jones got paid in Kansas City. Hill was already 17, 18, 19 million. All right. Travis Kelce just got another renewal on his contract because as soon as he heard about what was going on in Santa Clara, hey, who's this? It's Travis. Well, Travis, what's up? I need more money. So they gave Travis. Travis getting 57 now. I don't know what he was getting before that, but I was laughing because I didn't read it. I just saw the headline. Travis Kelce now has been extended to $57 million. I forget the years. But this is hilarious. Now you got a bunch of little whiny tight ends around the league. Ertz and some of these other guys are next, I guess, right? This is funny to watch, Sheik. A bunch of millionaires crying about, I need a $2 or $3 million more added to my contract, please. I'm struggling to pay my rent. What? WTF?
Right. It's like millions. We're talking about millions here, but okay. Everybody else is, struggling, but the people are worrying about an extra million. Okay, but it's fine. It's business. It's not personal. But the thing is, for the team, it makes it an issue.
Yeah.
That's why the 49ers, we restructured so many contracts in the past. And now, there's, I believe that rumor from the past, there's wanting several guys to take a pay cut. I think that's legit. And then, with these guys coming like Sherman, Williams, those guys coming to free agents, they're going to take a pay cut.
It's going to be rough.
They know what the foundation is.
It is going to be rough next year. There's a lot of guys. But, Sheik, we're going to see you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, definitely, Ronbo. And shout out to the Ronbo Faithful fan club. Shout out to you, sir. And the other callers say, Faithful, hit that like for Ronbo Sports. Sub, share. and we are here in this National Tight End Day, baby. Go Niners.
I like that. We got to use that every year, too. This is like August. Yeah, August can be National Tight End Day. I like that. All right, Sheik. Love you, man. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Love you,
All
man.
Is that Jay?
Ronbo.
Oh, it's JJ. Maybe we should put a J in J because we got another J. Jay, you know what that sound reminds me of? I used to before a ball game, my brother used to come driving up, him and the highway patrol. He would park the car at 70 miles an hour. And I say, dude, you know what? When you flap at my house, brother or not, I'm knocking you completely out. You know, and there was a time when a patrol car was sitting out in front of the house. He was in the house. Are you the owner of this car? What car? This right here, this license plate here. No, but I know who is. Hold on. He did not want to miss the kickoff. So here he is driving to my house 100 miles an hour. Boy, that ticket cost him an arm and a leg. He could have been placed under arrest because the cop called him. You know, I could bring you in for reckless driving. But since you're into watching the ball game, I understand it, but don't do that again. That's that noise. Hey, but Jay, George Kittle tonight. What's up, man? And did he get overpaid? Underpaid? Or what? Now I made myself break up. What do you think about this?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you, Ronbo, for what you do, man. You got the best show.
Thanks,
man.
You
got the best team. Help you out of the show, you know what I mean? You're definitely the best.
Thanks,
you do.
Jay.
And John Lynch re-signed, you know what I mean, Lynch, Shanahan, and Kittle making all the trades all season. Man, they doing a wonderful job of what they doing. And George Kittle, he got paid right. You know what I mean? He got paid almost $5 million more than the next tight end ever. You know what I mean?
That's 50%, exactly.
So now that I got that out the way, all that cute and cuddly BS that's going on tonight.
He took a page out of Trey's book.
Oh yeah. It's time to get down to some real talk.
All right. Go ahead.
George Kittle is the best tight end in the league. He's the best player on our team, but he's not the best tight end ever. Come on now. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm a 49 fan for life, but I'm not gonna be like a delusional Cowboy fan. Think that all our players is Hall of Famers and better than everybody who ever played the game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
George Kittle, if we had a number one receiver, a superstar receiver, George Kittle would not be getting all this clout like that for real. He'd still be getting his man, but it wouldn't be as serious as it was because his numbers would go down.
Mm. And they might.
And
with Jordan Reed on the team now, that could be interesting to see how that develops.
Yeah, in the first 2 years, we had no other receiver, so of course George Kittle gonna be our only and main target. We ain't had no other receivers the first 2 years, and last year it was just Debo. But George Kittle was a beast. But you know what I mean, we had great tight ends in this league before Tony Gonzalez. You know what I mean, Shannon Sharp. You know, it's been some great tight ends. Now Kittle might be the best all-around tight end of all time one day if he get there. But just like Gronk. Gronkowski, when he came out, his first couple of years, he the best. We ain't never seen nothing like him.
Yeah.
You know, it just be like that. Now, Kittle got, he got what he deserved. You know, he got a nice piece of change, 15. You know, he reset the market, and he did what, him and his agent wanted to do. And on top of that, all right, Kittle out the way. I heard a lot of crazy stuff tonight. Grant Cohn, we hate on Grant Cohn. He get on my nerves just like the rest of y'all, but he an up-and-coming young reporter, you know what I mean? And he breaking the trend of everybody else saying cute and cuddly stuff so he can get his name out there. And he did. I gave him his props. He broke that story, even though this ain't right to the T of every dollar. He about a year off, as far as everything go, but I gave him his props for breaking that story first. And to be an up-and-coming reporter, that's what you want.
That's true. He's doing a good job of establishing himself. But you know, his father was very famous, and you know he already had a road in to begin with. But Grant is adding to it because everybody knows who he is. So if that was the desired effect, Grant Cohn has achieved that. I used to get mad at Grant. I don't anymore. In fact, I'm kind of amused by some of the nerve he has to say the things he does. I could never say those things if I didn't really mean them. I don't think Grant means everything he says either. I think he does that for dramatic effect, and it works.
Oh yeah, you see, cause look, he just got you say he got a pay raise. He got hired by Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
For doing the same thing he doing.
Impact.
And to tell you the truth, he put out a lot of content about 49ers every day. So, you know, man, the man doing his job, even though we might not like what he's saying. And then I'm crazy talking about George Kittle is worth more than Patrick Mahomes.
Well, you know what?
Yeah. Do y'all know anything about football? Get the hell out of here. If we had Patrick Mahomes instead of Jimmy G, Patrick Mahomes would be our number one player, point blank. Come on, don't hate on that man because he beat us in the Super Bowl.
Hey, Jay, you can do better than that even. If we would have picked up Patrick Mahomes in the draft instead of Solomon Thomas, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. There's no telling what Kyle Shanahan could have did with Patrick Mahomes.
Or Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah. Or the man that everybody's talking about, the Messiah over in Seattle, Mr. Adams. You know?
I'm just comparing it because they said Patrick Mahomes quarterbacks ain't worth, man, if you ain't got the quarterback, you ain't got nothing.
You're not going anywhere.
Even if you win one ring, you know what I mean, you still need a elite quarterback, and you already in the game. No matter what happens, if you lose your whole team, if you got an elite quarterback, you win it.
The Trent Dilferds don't work no more. But Jay, we got to pull up, fam. Good stuff. Jay, you must be outside trying to get something to eat.
I got you. Oh, no, I'm out here working. I'm putting these trailers together.
Oh, you're loading up. All right. All right, hey, Jay, if you get a chance, I'm going to look for you tomorrow, okay?
Oh, I'll be here talking about them wide receivers tomorrow.
All right, because definitely I was thinking about that myself. All right. All right, Jay. Have a good night, fam.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Have a blessed night, fam. Bang, bang, out of the game. Let's get it, George.
Jay, I love it. And Jay's not in the truck right now. People can see and hear him. Jay, have a good night, fam. Love you. Let me go to J1. J1, come on in, man. Rod Manning, also about Jamal Adams over in Seattle. We could have picked him up that year, too. Hey, J1, come on in, man.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, man, we're sitting over here just tripping over the fact that the 49ers got that deal done just in the nick of time. Camp starts Saturday. George Kittle did not need to be walking around with the thought of, man, I can't believe they didn't extend me. So he ain't got to be thinking about that. Now, come on in, George, and be George Kittle. So it's a good thing he got signed. Looking good. But you know what? How do you like about this? You feeling okay about this contract?
Man, I love this contract. I think he did the right thing. I think if he didn't win and try to break the bank, it would have hurt our team as far as signing other players. I think he did a decent team deal of what he does for this team. $20 million is about right. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but at
15.
The same time,
20 is about right. Yeah, as far as his worth. Yeah.
No, I'm saying what all he does. You know what I'm saying? He's worth $20 million, but you know what I'm saying? He took 15. And I appreciate he took 15 because he could have been greedy and said, no, I want more because, the man, he's when he's on the field, he could play lineman, he could catch the ball. So, he does a lot for this team. And plus, he's a modern day citizen. So, you know what I'm saying? And a great leader. So you can't put all that in the context of how much this man is for our team, what he does for our team. So I really appreciate this man doing that. He's one of my best players. One of my favorite players. And I just glad we got this deal done. I was so happy to see it. It was like a relief. We got it done. Now we need to just sign. He's one of our core players too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to sign them core players and then build around them core players. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of them. So, I'm glad he just wasn't greedy. Ronbo, I think he did the right thing.
But Jay, guys that are getting through their rookie contract, that is the reason why they're supposed to feel. You have to compensate players, even if they're not greedy. You've got to make him feel he's appreciated, right? So you got to be careful with that, because even if I don't think George Kittle is going to ask for phenomenal amounts of money if it's up to him. He just loves playing with Kyle Shanahan, like he told Kyle's wife. I love playing for your husband,
Right.
But and he told her, please don't tell him I said that though, So it's he's a football player. George loves playing.
He's definitely a football player, Ronbo, and he just he wanted to be on this team, and that's what I liked about him. He wanted to be on this team. He wants to win the Super Bowl. When he goes out there, you can tell he loves football because the way he plays. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Jay,
he wants to play the game.
I've never seen a guy laying down on the ground after he got smacked, laughing after the defender gets up off of him, right? And George is laying on the ground laughing his ass. I'm saying, George is insane. I love it.
Yes. Yes, he loves the game and he loves the contact. He loves football. He was built for this. And you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard to have players like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who love the game. You know what I'm saying? They look at it as a job, but he look at it as a job and something that he loves
an adventure. Because, Jay, how many guys you see running down the field with 2 and 3 guys? One of them got a grip on his face mask. The other one got a grip on his neck. And you're like,
and he's carrying them
dude
like
is
10,
still
15,
moving.
20 yards on the field. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying he's worth $20 million. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh, dude's crazy. Why are you saying that? Because think about it. Dude is a hell of a blocker. He's blocking defensive end. He's out there catching about 30. He had, 1,000 yards last year? And the year before that, he had 1,300.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He done broke Mike Dicker and Rob Gronkowski receiving yards. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what that means, though? Hey, Jay, you know what you just said? I just realized I didn't think about that. I think Gronk hey, Jerry, remember we said he may not be the greatest tight end of all time? Jay, he might be. Maybe not yet, but
yes,
he may.
Exactly. you got to think about this, too. This is his first 2 years, Ronbo. So imagine, he on a pace of being 1,000 yards, 1,000 receptions. You know what I'm saying? 10, 15, 100 yards of reception.
Jay, but you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You got to give Kyle Shanahan some credit here. You know what? Kyle Shanahan credit. If you're the right person and you can play in Kyle Shanahan's offensive system, you too might be a star. Kyle Shanahan can make you into a star depending upon what you're made of. You look at Mostert.
Correct.
You look at George. These guys work in this system. Let's see. I want to see McKinnon. I think he's the next guy. Kyle went after him tooth and nail.
You also got to thank John Lynch too, because this man. That's what I'm saying. These guys are working together as a team. They're working as a team to build a team together. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I've been saying. That everybody's sleeping on John Lynch. They got to understand Exactly. And they're going to be trying to throw money at this man. And we don't need that. We need to keep this core together because they know how to build a team. You know what I'm saying?
And they will. But Jay, we got to go. I see you tomorrow because I think I'm going to just go ahead and let's do this the rest of the week since it's time to start the season.
Exactly. I seen you Ronbo on the thing. I was like, oh, he's talking about George Kittle.
Yeah,
I have to call in.
Appreciate you calling in, too.
Exactly. Yes.
All right, Jay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Ronbo. I appreciate everything you do, brother.
It's my pleasure.
Good night.
Thanks, Jay. All right. Night, fam. We got back-to-back Jays. Hey, Kevin.
What's up, Ronbo?
Kevin, George Kittle, man. George is in. 49ers have got their main weapon, and we are ready to go, man. Ain't no more crying about, are they going to sign him today? Come on, man. Just sign George Kittle, man. I'm tired of not reading about it. It's over. But, Kevin, what do you think, man? I mean, if you read all the good news, because, you kept looking at your phone, right? You see the notification, this confirmation, this is true, this is being said, Kyle Shanahan reacts and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, Bleacher Report, George Kittle got underpaid. Oh! What? So. Man.
Yeah, man, I don't think that's an understatement. I don't think he got underpaid. I was thinking he was trying to I knew he was trying to get close to 100 mil or over. He was trying to, I understand that. And don't worry about the Chiefs paying their quarterbacks or whatever, which it's not a big deal just because we didn't give $500 million. Like I said before, this shit just started happening in football. They didn't pay those players back in the day, these players 500, 400 million contracts. But I mean, it is because of the salary cap,
Yeah.
Like y'all been saying, and they do have a salary cap. That's what keeps everybody being paid. But what I'm trying to say is I was hoping we were paying Kittle. I know we're going to pay Kittle, and I know that, I was wondering, thinking about contracts, you got to think about all these players that have just done good there. A lot of players that would want their money just came out and did good this for 1 year. And
wonders.
That was Samuel. That was Deebo Samuel came out and balled out his rookie season. Bosa came out and balled out his rookie season. And then what's his name? Mostert came out and balled out his first season, even though he's been
around for a while.
That.
But he never had that kind of season. True.
Yeah, so, as long as they keep it up and stuff, I mean, especially with Sherman, we never know what he wants to do, if he wants to be released because he's getting older and all this other shit, or if he wants to be traded, or as long as he's still balling out and wants to play, we could get a second or third round pick out of him, or if we had to release him, but we don't want to release Sherman if he wants to be a Niner, because it's not the fact that he isn't one of the best right now in the league at corner, and he's got his ring and shit too. But it's, it's more of his knee. It's more of his what was it? His Achilles or knee that went out. That's more of what teams are also worried about. Just because he would be released, nobody's is he not fast enough? Is he missing this? Is he missing that? That's how it works. And Samuel, as long as he keeps balling out and proving his heart and shit, he's going to get his money. Bosa's going to get his money. Like I said, Sherman's contract can be restructured as well if he keeps balling out for the Niners. He wants to stay a Niner for the rest of his until he quits or whatever. We can give him his better money, but and I'm happy that we gave Kittle his money, and I'm happy that he got his signing bonus and his guaranteed and all that. And it's just like I would think they would want to give him $100 and $200 million contract. It's just
Kevin.
This isn't baseball.
Kevin, hold on just a second.
With no salary cap.
Kevin, hold on a second. Matt Niner, I hope you're Latino. Okay, guys, easy with some of the statements you're making. Okay, okay. All right, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know what I said.
I just saw something in the chat. I thought I better try to slow it down before it gets out of control. All right, go ahead.
Oh, no, but I was just saying, this isn't baseball with no salary cap. So, but I'm happy, and I know Kittle is going to do good. I'm hoping Ayuk comes out and tears it up. And until we get a receiver, Devo's done a lot. I think he's done a lot. Maybe he can come in and be the number one receiver. He's looking like it right now. He
working hard.
He just tore it up last
year. Yeah. So
if Hurts can come in and prove himself, as far as signing players, just because they have one good year, even if it's their rookie year, I mean that's what means. We need to be consistent. And if anybody's stats drops, it's because of look who they signed. They got Jordan Reed. They're going to try and do, that's looking like you got a 2 tight end set. You got McKinnon. I think we still got Coleman, dude. You can still trade Coleman, get a trade pick for him, or whatever. Coleman's a good running back still, even though he may not be the starter over Mostert. I think you should go Mostert, Coleman, and McKinnon. But if you're going to use McKinnon now that he's proven himself trying to come back from injury.
You're talking about things to expect in the future. In fact, the 49ers have proven one thing above all. They know how to draft. They seem to find a couple of good players every year. We may have 2 good players this year.
Yeah,
the draft wasn't that big. So it's going to be interesting to see.
They had a pretty good draft. They had a pretty good draft because, they had good draft picks as well because people don't understand how the draft picks work. If you go to the Super Bowl and you didn't make no trades or nothing for the picks, you're not going to be pick 1, pick 5, pick 1, pick 1. You're going to be pick 132. They put the last team who goes to they put the team who does the best at the last round of the draft.
Of course.
When all the players are disappearing.
And that's why if you're a good team and you can still find talent, because already if you're that good, you're probably having players walk. Yeah. So, but Kevin, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We're out of time. Let's see tomorrow if we get a chance. All right.
All right, man. See you tomorrow.
Right, Kevin.
Have a good one. I love your show, dude. I love the Niners.
Man.
Go Niners.
Thank you. All right. Hey, what is that? It's a late dollar bill. Will.
Ronbo, we got Kittle, baby.
Will, I'm glad you called on this particular festive occasion because, as you know, yesterday you condemned Mrs. Grant's baby boy. So, hey, Will, are you feeling like you might owe Grant an apology? He got the numbers wrong, but he was on the right path.
Hell no.
I love the pause.
I ain't giving him no damn pass. He said the man was going to get paid on Friday.
Yep.
He got paid on Thursday. He said the man was going to make $94 million and all these other numbers and stuff. All them numbers was wrong. Hell no. And then he said Jamal Adams was going to be a 49er. I'm not cutting that man no slack. When you break a story, the story gotta be fact.
Yes.
Just like the news station. If there's breaking news in your city, it has to be a fact. Everything has to be right. But it wasn't right.
Will you remind me right now of Samuel L. Jackson when he be chewing up somebody? That's excellent. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't call him an MF. Samuel L. Jackson would have called him that by now.
I
appreciate that.
But I don't want to cuss on your show, so I ain't gonna say
I appreciate it. But Jay, all right, let's get on into it now. Hey, what are you thinking about this deal? Are you loving it? Are you with Bleacher Report saying that they didn't pay him enough money? Where you at on this?
The perfect deal, Ronbo. It was a perfect deal. $15 million a year. That's perfect. I mean, that was the main number everybody was talking about. Was 15 million. I mean, in order for a deal to be legit, everybody from all sides have to agree. Everybody on all sides agreed. So yeah, I mean he's the highest paid tight end.
Yeah.
Kelsey got his extension and he got less. And Kittle and Kelsey is the top 2 tight ends in the league. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the why say he's been underpaid? I mean, he's a high. I mean,
You know,
all sides.
I mean, because he does so much more than a normal tight end. So Bleacher Report's trying to get things going so they can get some attention. But you know, $15 million is 50% more than any other tight end. Come on now. That was
right.
This is not a bad deal. But George may be worth more than that. But still, you know.
I mean, yeah, true. But you got to look at it. Kittle could have asked for more, but you know,
I think he did.
He's a team. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But I mean, hey,
this
is why we got Parag and Kittle got his agent. They came to agreement. You know, Parag always closes a deal, so they all came to agreement. All sides were happy. I mean, if a side wasn't happy, then we'll still be waiting to see if we're gonna sign Kittle. But all sides agreed. It makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And Kittle is the best tight end in the league because he can do everything. Everything.
And does it well.
Kelsey can't do everything.
Yeah.
Kelsey can't do everything Kittle can do. You know, Kittle is the whole package. He gives you everything that you want out of him. And he does it. And he does it very, very well. So, yeah. And also, this $15 million a year deal is healthy for our future.
Right? That's the thing. We can't just throw all the money on one or two players like the Chiefs have. That'll kill you. And soon.
The Chiefs in trouble because they got to let go a whole lot of players because you know they gave all that money to the Golden Boy over there.
But you know what? What I was unaware of, somebody said the Chiefs, that contract is pending. It's there, but they're going to stay. He's going to stay on his rookie contract, and I guess they're going to go as far as how you pick up the extension on the first round pick.
Once I believe once his rookie contract
expires.
It expires.
It segues into this, So I said, I thought it was live and effective now, because they said Chris Jones, that Kelsey got some money yesterday as well. I said, where the hell are they getting all this money? Even that makes no sense. Where's the Chiefs were down to nothing? I wonder if any teams are actually able to do these things and others aren't. Well, I can't prove anything, but that's crazy. So, but anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're happy with George's deal. We can move forward, and
right. We can move forward, man, and this, like I said, this deal is healthy for our future. We can some of the core guys that contracts about to be up, we can go ahead and see if we can get those done. Crunch the numbers on that and get those done.
That's right.
So we can
next
year's gonna be for a long time.
Next year's going to be scary. We're going to go. It seems like everybody wants to say something tonight, no matter how late it's getting. I'm going to see you tomorrow, though, because I got to come back and talk some more 49ers football. It's getting exciting now. It's almost time to start practice. Saturday, back to the grind. Will.
Already, man. All right, shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fam. Y'all know who you are, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, man. Hey, man, I'm telling y'all, don't listen to no Grant Cohn. And y'all better stop doing these podcasts. Quit doing these podcasts, Grant Cohn. You ain't gonna get no subscribers. Keep on calling Grant Cohn and do a show with you all the time. Quit all that bullshit. All right, Ronbo.
Night, Will.
Oh, Rams lost and they broke. Right.
That's good, Will. But Will is fired up tonight, ain't he? Hey, Monk.
You.
Monk. Join the party, man. We're just enjoying the fact that we ain't got to worry about George Kittle no more. These are small things we can get happy about, and this is going to be the way it's going to be for the next 3 or 4 years. I got to tell you right now, because we got all kind of players that it's scary. And I'm thinking next year, the biggest worries. I'm talking Trent Williams. I'm talking. Fred Warner Juice is involved. I'm not sure how many. K'Wan Williams. Monk, it's getting scary up in here. But they're going to work it out.
Check this out. We have the highest paid fullback in the league. We have
Yeah, that's a good point.
the highest paid tight end in the league. We have one of the greatest, if not the greatest, offensive line in the game. Tell me who the fuck is going to stop anybody in that backfield this year? Nobody. We got the Jet coming back.
Yes.
We have Debo.
Yes.
Oh, my Lordy, 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 Lord. Listen, man. Listen, this is only the beginning with this kid signing over here, man. And I'll tell you this, Ronbo. Ain't nobody. I don't care about no Jamal Adams because Seattle gave up. They gave up the bank for that kid, bro. And that kid already put out a tweet talking about that he took off. I don't know if you know this or not. He took off. He had to take it off because he probably his agent or somebody got in his ear talking about the Seahawks got me up on this early flight, blah blah blah. Already talking shit. This kid is, as they said, as Skip said to that, what's the white dude naming?
Bayless.
Yes. He said to him already, the white dude said, this guy is a future cancer, bro. He is a problem in the locker room. He talked about the Jets coach. He fucking talked about the organization.
Yeah.
Jamal. Talking about Jamal. Just real quickly, because I just want to say that shit is going to bite the faggot. I'm sorry, not the faggot. Sorry about that. Rondo.
Easy.
Rondo.
Okay, go ahead.
That's just going to bite the bitch ass Seahawks at the end of
He
the
went
day.
from one extreme to another. He said, hey, the Seahawks just had another cornerback yesterday. They're starting to bring in these guys that don't have a lot of good character. They had to kick a dude off the team. They cut him yesterday because he dragged a lady off into the team hotel last night, and it was on camera. What kind of damn fool is that?
And that's gonna be that's gonna be the Hawk culture down there. That's gonna be the culture down there. We are. I'm gonna tell you, we're loaded, bro. We are loaded, man. We're loaded. We have depth. DEPTH depth. Look it up,
talent,
guys. And Rambo,
depth.
I'll tell you this, Rambo. Out of all the guys that bring the heat on you, because I listen to you, even though I don't get to talk to you like this as much as I want. Out of all the guys, man, a lot of the guys bring the heat. They bring the stuff, man. One of the major guys I love is Chill, Bill. Like, yo, that dude brings the good stuff, man. I like to chime in every time. I mean, I like to listen to whenever he really brings it, man. Just wanted to give him a shout out, man. Ronbo, God bless you. I go to sleep with this damn shit, man. Usually, right about now, while I'm talking, I'll be like damn near sleeping. Yeah, I love what you do, man. God bless you, and
thanks,
God bless the Niners, and God bless everybody, bro. And this COVID shit is gonna leave.
Please.
And I know it is.
Yes.
And we're gonna get back to normal, bro.
Yes. That's all everybody. Anything else one wants in life, it takes a second, it takes a back seat. Everybody wants this. Get this out of here. It's out now. It's ruining everything.
Yes.
You know.
It is, man. Like, we just want to get back to some type of normalcy, but you know what?
Yeah.
Your channel, man, and what you provide, your content makes me feel like everything is normal and everything's okay. So please, whenever you feel low, whenever you feel down, or you need, some energy to keep doing what you're doing, bro, just know that you have us here, and you make me feel like everything is gonna be okay and everything is normal. So you got to keep doing what you do, bro.
Buck, that's the ultimate compliment, man. Thanks a lot, fam.
I mean that. I mean it from the bottom of my heart, bro.
I believe it. You can't make those kind of things up. And Mark, last time we talked, it's been a while, and you were like, people haven't forgotten you yet. So please don't be a stranger. I mean, I understand you're listening, but we like to hear from you too.
I hate to say this. I hate to say this to you. I was drunk as shit
I know.
the
It
last
was
time I
fun.
spoke to you.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
and it was, I don't even want to say it, bro. Please don't make me say it, bro.
No,
It was
it's okay.
before the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. It was before
But-
the Super Bowl. So
Tell you what,
I'm not saying I'm a jinx because I know I'm not.
No, you're
'Cause
not.
I know what I bleed. I know what I bleed, bro. I bleed red and gold until I'm dead and old.
That's right.
And
Monk,
I'm coming
you
from
did
Jersey,
not,
baby.
You didn't hire Bill Vinovich. So, you know what? It is nobody's fault but his. I'll never forgive that man.
Yeah.
Monk, we're going to go.
Yeah,
I'm telling you what, I look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible. All right?
Yo, I'll be around, bro, but don't make me wait till the end this time.
We'll try. I would try to get you in as fast as possible, Monk, because you know what? You be killing
No
people, man.
problem. No problem, Ronbo. God bless
Right.
you, man. God bless you.
To you too, fam. Night, Monk.
Peace, brother. Peace, bro.
And see, there you go, fam. Isn't it hilarious? The difference between this Monk and the last. The last Monk was hilarious too, but this Monk was clear in what he was thinking and saying. This time, you didn't. At first, I didn't know who it was. I saw the name, and I remember Monk's last phone call had everybody rolling around on the floor. And today, you got to meet the real Monk. Hey, and speaking of which, Nighthawk returns. Nighthawk.
What's up, Rambo? What's going on, man?
Oh, Nighthawk, you, man. Nighthawk, we're near hollering and screaming about George Kittle finally getting signed. Everything is all right on the Niner Empire on this night, for sure. How you feeling about that signing?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy for Kittle, man. He deserved that money.
Yeah, he did. And Nighthawk, some people think he didn't get paid enough. But, if you keep everything in proper perspective, he got paid more than any other tight end by a whole lot of money. And future tight ends that think they all that are going to think they can get George Kittle money. You're not George Kittle. Know your role.
Yeah, he got the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the highest paid. He's the highest paid tight end.
Mm-hmm. So the next tight end that gets paid, it's going to be pretty funny to see how much he gets paid. Because you know how it works, Nighthawk. Once the highest or the most valuable player on the team gets paid, he sets the bar for the next. There's a tight end, Ertz, Kelsey, some of these other guys, they're a little older than George, but younger tight ends that are coming up doing great things, he's going to say, hey, George is getting 15. That was 2 years ago. I need 16 or 17. Well, maybe you should call the 49ers and see if you can play for them. We're not paying you $16 or $17 million. See, because George does things other tight ends don't do, Nighthawk, and you and I both know that. George can take over games. How many tight ends can take over a game?
Kittle is a man. I mean, Kittle can play any sport you put him in.
Yeah. And
You can
offensive
put Kittle
lineman.
You can put Kittle. You can put Kittle as receiver. You can put him at tight end. You can put him on defense. You can put him on offense.
Maybe, actually. Nighthawk, I would love to see George Kittle. Hey, if you're just going to put him in defense, where would you put him? Linebacker? Yeah, because he's fast.
Linebacker. Yeah, he can play any. You see how he hit people?
Yes, and
Because
when he's
when
running
he-
down
when
the
he-
field,
when he-
dropping that shoulder.
Yeah, when he goes on the offensive side, on the offense, he just, I don't know, he just helps. Like he's part of the defense, but on the offense side, he know how to help people in the offense.
George is a hardcore football player, and the thing is,
He
the way
was
he
born.
plays.
He was born to play football.
Oh, God, yeah. And his father was an offensive lineman, right? So his father is teaching him his craft. Meanwhile, George is working on something he's interested in as a tight end, a receiver. And remember, pretty much a receiver. So now, routes, catching the ball, being able to concentrate, that type of thing. And so now you got a skill, plus being an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman, that's actually a good thing for every football player to do before he starts doing anything else. Get tough. Nighthawk, what if Dante Pettis would have learned to be a defensive line, what if he would have been a cornerback or something before he played offensive lineman, or wide receiver? He would be tougher for it. Maybe they should do that. Maybe they should do that with Dante right now. Put Dante in as a cornerback.
He might not even catch the ball. He might get scared.
Dante, but I wish I could see that. I'm picturing it now, Nighthawk. Receiver comes down the
But
field.
Kittle, man, Kittle is like a man. He's not no. He's not no like Pettis. Kittle's like when he gonna fight people. He's gonna be like get the fuck off of me.
We saw that against the Saints. Oh, God.
He gonna push you off. He's not gonna let nobody take him down.
Not with one tackle. He'll drag you. Yak. He is the king of yak on this team.
I remember in the game that he dragged 2 people.
3. You talking about the Saints?
3 people, yeah. Yeah. He dragged 3 people, and 3 people could not put him down.
Now, one was riding him like a horse. The other 2 was being dragged down the field. One dude's up on his shoulders, hanging on. We should change George's name to Conan, the Barbarian. That boy goes down the field. Look out. God, he's big.
Yeah, but he got heart, and I see why John Lynch gave him that contract, because he deserved it.
And he got it.
And plus in the locker room, he makes his teammates play good.
That's it. He's a catalyst.
He like I said, I will call back again when you come the next time. So
I'm thinking about tomorrow. I was gonna wait till Friday. I'm thinking I'm gonna come back tomorrow. How about that? I'll look for you then.
Okay, man. Before I go, hit that like. Nighthawk is out.
I love when he does that. Nighthawk, thanks, fam. Appreciate you. See you
You're
tomorrow.
welcome.
Night.
You too.
The world is back in a good place. When was the last time we heard from Nighthawk? See? Where is Yamin? I put an APB out on him last 2 weeks ago. Yamin, where are you, man? I see, because with this vicious virus, I just hope he didn't. Okay, don't even think like that. You talk those things into existence. He's probably fine. He took vacations like this before. Hey, Johnny V, come on in, man.
My man, Ronbo, what's happening, brother?
John, man, we're just sitting up here having a good time about George Kittle, because we don't get a lot of breaks as far as getting your nerves settled and having to read things that stress you out like George every day. 49, no closer on a contract today. Oh, come on, guys, really? Now, hey, it's done. John, were you one of the people that condemned Grant Cohn?
You know what, Ronbo? To be honest with you, Grant Cohn, listen, the guy's doing his job. I care about Grant Cohn about as much as I care about Al Roker and anybody else that does their job, dude. And you know what? He's a reporter.
Yeah.
His job is to report it faster than the opposition. So if he overestimates or he's under, if he pisses you off, if he creates clickbait, then the guy is doing his job, and he's doing it well if he's pissing you off. So, to be honest with you, I don't give a damn what Grant Cohn says, because to me, he's just doing his job.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or don't, that's your prerogative.
And you could not tune in. It's like Stephen A. Smith burns me all the way up, but I continue to go over there and see what he's saying. So actually, for all of us to say we don't like somebody, I don't know, because Mike Florio is another guy. I'd love to choke him down to the floor, but why do I keep going back to see what he has to say? It's funny. It's a weird thing, John.
and the money that Stephen A. makes, Ronbo, he makes a freaking abundance of money to yell at Max Kellerman and anybody else that he can do.
Screaming.
He despises the Cowboys.
Screaming,
which
Stephen
is the only
A.
thing I love.
God.
I
That's why Skip
love
left
his
him.
hate for the Cowboys. That's why I watch him, because I love when he hates the Cowboys.
He works him, doesn't he? I'm so glad he's not like that about the 49ers. He is.
I know.
I'd be livid.
And you know what, Ronbo? There isn't a damn good thing that anybody could say about the Niners last season. So to be honest with you, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
what a day it's been, man. When I saw that Kittle got his contract, Ronbo, I was so relieved. I felt like the world was lifted. And then shortly after that, it's like the Chiefs were waiting and waiting and waiting for San Francisco to drop the contract and make it official. And what do? They steal his thunder by announcing Kelsey's goddamn contract. I mean, are you kidding me?
Wasn't that tacky? You guys couldn't wait till
That was
today
tacky.
or something? What is that about?
Yes.
Well,
there wasn't a talk about Kelsey's extension like Kittle. The whole damn world knew we were waiting on Kittle, And as soon as it's official, this dude gets announced just a little bit later. You got to be kidding me, bro.
I didn't even know Kelsey was up for an extension,
pathetic.
which was really weird.
Neither did I.
Strange.
What the hell is the matter with you people?
John, we got to get used to this. You know why? Because the 49ers are about to become the new standard in the NFL. You can see it clearly now because John, Kyle, the coaching staff, these guys are not average, ordinary people. No, not by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think the league has seen anything of what they're about to see. That's a young team. Everything is kind of new. We're talking about the guys, 2017, 2018, we're in our third year with this organization as it's built. And brick by brick, we're done with bricks. We are moving to marble and stuff like that now as we continue to build this house.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Ronbo, I'm stoked, man. I thought that, now that's one thing out of the way. The 2021 season is going to bring me just as much heartache as the Kittle signing. But, I can at least put the hashtag pay Kittle away for 5 years. So, and I think he's going to be a Niner I think this, could he retire a Niner, do you think, Ronbo?
Wouldn't it be interesting? Because you're going to give them an extension after this, and tight ends only last, their careers don't go on a long time because of kind of the blunt force traumas they have to go through on a daily basis. But you know what? I could see him extended Kittle one more time and him thinking about calling it a day.
Yeah. He bleeds red and gold. I believe that this is where he will be. I don't know. Depending on how much we accomplish in the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years, Ronbo.
Yeah.
If we could win a few, I mean, where the hell do you want to go? Where do you need to go?
Yeah.
After last year's season, God willing, we win 2.
Ooh.
Jesus. Where do
Just
you want to
with
go?
this
with a
group,
resume
that's
like
exactly the target. With this particular group, before they come of age, could we pull 2? God, they would be celebrated
depending
forever.
on how next season goes and how we structure contracts, Ronbo, how COVID, COVID, as much of a destroyer as it's been, as much as it's ruined 2020, it could help negotiations, and I hate to say that, but it could help negotiations next year a little bit more affordable because the cap will come down.
And then nobody has an advantage. That's a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, as God damn it, it's bittersweet to say that. It's awful.
I know
really.
it's kind of it's kind of scary thing to say. When you consider 165,000 people have died, I feel like we're probably out of line, John. But it is that is what it is right now, and hopefully it stops.
But Ronbo, it's going to affect more than just the NFL's cap. It's going to affect my business. It's going to affect the entire planet.
It already has.
It's bound and determined to make things less pleasant moving forward. So, I take a step back on that comment, but honestly,
but I know
Ronbo,
what you mean, and there's no,
what I
nothing,
mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing vicious about what
I
you
mean,
said.
no disrespect. I just think that it's just going to be,
because
it is what it is. But
people have suffered. So yeah. But
yeah,
John,
my man. I mean,
John, we're having too much fun here again, like we always do. I'm gonna be back tomorrow though, so we can continue. Okay.
my man, I'll be there, Ronbo. I love you, brother. I love the show.
Love you back, fam.
I love everything you do for us.
Thanks, John.
Take care of yourself and always be safe, Ronbo. Most
I promise.
importantly.
You too, fam.
Good night, my man.
Night, John. Vams?
What's up, Ronbo?
Vams, man, we're enjoying these moments because we, as 49er fans now, we will have lots of fun moments, but we will have lots to worry about. I can see that right now. It's not the carefree days of 2015, 16, and 17. Now
it's a new era.
Yeah,
it's
because
a new
now,
world, Ronbo.
And too much is expected of us, and there's too many. There's roadblocks, Vams. I mean, we're signing George Kittle. We're all excited because we're worried about signing him. This is not where it ends. This is the beginning of a lot of trouble and suffering and pain in order to be able to compete in the NFL. It's rough. Wow. We got to survive this.
I think our front office is the smartest thing.
That's a good thing.
Times, but we have the smartest front office. If we can't get through this, no front office can. We have the best scouting department in the NFL. We have the best contract negotiator in the NFL. Yo, Rob, I got to get your opinion on something.
Yeah.
Trent, what's it called? Kittle just took $15 million. You think Trent will take $15 million? I don't think he would.
Trent Williams?
Yeah, he's coming up on a deal. It's like he's got a year. You think he's going to take $15 million?
Trent Williams he's
over
currently
or under?
Wow, that's a tough one, Bams. I need to. What does his current contract look like? I forgot. I saw it once, but I didn't think much of it. He's already getting double digit. Isn't he around 10? Hey, you know what?
Yeah,
I think
10 to
he
12.
is.
It's like we reworked it a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to get at least 15. You're right.
You think we should keep Trent?
Yeah, going to have to.
I want Trent and Kittle to be on the same team.
Yeah, because now that run game, it's in overdrive every time they snap the ball. We need a good run left. And you know something, Vams? Right, Mike McGlinchey, if you want to run, he is equally as talented. Maybe not quite equal, but close. He's not gonna protect as well. But you want to run behind McGlinchey. And now you can run either side now. Oh, it's
big thing about Trent Williams is there was a lot of snaps where Kittle was stuck in pass protection. We didn't want Kittle pass protecting, because Shanahan didn't have faith on his offensive line. And now with Trent, Kittle has more opportunities to run routes. Because if you look at the film, there's a lot of pivots where Kittle was just there pass protecting.
He does it so well, too. So well. I mean, the 49ers can set up a trap and form a maze like nobody else. And you see them doing it while they're doing it, and the defensive line looks helpless. I love it when I watch them work. Man. And Mostert.
And to answer the question about was Kittle or perfect value, this is the answer I come up with. If there wasn't COVID, he's underpaid. But since there is COVID and it's confirmed that the salary cap's going down, it's a fair deal. Because if there wasn't COVID, he could for real ask for $20 million and he should get it. But he's underpaid if there's no COVID.
For what he does, true.
But since there is, I think it's a fair deal.
Yeah. And realistically, George Kittle could be a $20 million man, but he could have got $2 more mil. He could have been a $17 million dude. But you know what, Bams, you have to keep in mind, you can still tell George, your position, you get paid 50% more than the top paid guy in the NFL. Man, that's not bad news, George.
Mm-hmm.
And, you want us to continue to be competitive. Can we put the brakes on right there? They probably didn't give him any negative terms, but, George is probably appreciative because like somebody else said, he shoots high for 20 and you get 15. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I am firmly confident that we just extended a Hall of Fame caliber type, a Hall of Fame rookie. I have no doubts in my mind that this guy's a Hall of Fame.
Easily.
Him and Jimmy are going to win. If him and Jimmy stay here for the end of their career, they're going to have at least 3 rings together.
There you go. Because I got definitely 2, but 3 is a possibility. Yeah. Jimmy's 28. Yeah. So you figure Jimmy G's got he got 7 years easily because quarterbacks last a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy wins one Super Bowl before he turns 30, and then 2 after he turns 30.
Yeah,
I think you've got 3.
There you go. Prime
But
time.
with Shanahan, because Jimmy G is going to become a machine once he's in Shanahan's system for 4 or 5 years. He's not even going to have to think about and he's got the quick release already. His brain is going to be automatic. In Shanahan's system, 5 years down the line, there's going to be no doubt about it. He just he doesn't even need to think after for a few seasons in Shanahan's system. He's just going to be slinging it and the dude is how is this guy throwing it this fast without making reads this quick.
So
he's going to be a machine.
You're seeing the same. You're seeing the same Jimmy G I am. He just needs to learn that offense. People mistake what they've seen as he's learning for his ability to play quarterback. Well, that's just not true. Wait till he learns that system fully. Now let's talk.
Yeah. Shanahan has the most complicated offense in the NFL. Sometimes it can be a negative, it can hurt you and you can think, but once you know it, you're a good man, like Matt Ryan was.
I know, Matt Ryan. And they say Matt Ryan's still pissed with Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Matt, he made you an MVP. What are you pissed about? I mean, I guess there were some conversations, that maybe Kyle said something to him that made him feel less than who he is. But you know some funny vamps. Matty Ice was a veteran, a polished veteran that had status in the NFL. He wasn't considered great, but he was considered a very good quarterback. So probably his ego prevented him from accepting what Kyle was trying to cook up. And then Jimmy, just coming into the league, he's taking it all in stride, and I think he could get a better result.
Yeah, but I totally agree. Yeah, I think give him 1 or 2 years, he's going to be a perennial pro.
Yeah,
I
agree.
The scheme and he's going to be the extension of Shanahan on the field.
Yes.
1 or 2 years.
And when that happens, lights out. Because
exactly. And,
go ahead.
Yeah, and Ronbo, I just wanted to add one more thing. Jalen Hurd, Jordan Reed, and Kittle all on the field at the same time, and third down is going to have defenses head spinning. And how many defenses are not equipped to handle 4 guys that are 6'4" teams? What defense can handle
the block?
Also throw Jawan Jennings out there. What defense can handle that much size?
And you can by the guys you just mentioned, if they're standing on the line of scrimmage, you can run play action. You don't run anything but play action because now nobody's going to know whether you're going to run or pass because you've got the guys who can catch, and all those guys can block. George and Trent Williams on the same side of the field, Jalen Hurd and Mike McGlinchey on the other. Come on, man. I got Weston Richburg in the middle. I can do anything.
Yeah, Jalen Hurd can legitimately block the shit out of linebackers. He can block Bobby Wentz. He can pancake kids. He can legitimately block anyone besides the defensive lineman.
Tell you, I'm looking forward to the season. Hey, Vams, good to hear from you. It's been a long time. See you. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk some more football. All right?
Let's go. Hey, Ronbo, thank you for everything you do. You're helping us get through this pandemic. God bless you, brother.
Thank you, fam. The ultimate compliment. I appreciate that. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, Vams.
Thanks a lot, Ronbo. You have a good night.
You too. Thanks, fam. And by the way, as we were just talking about Trent Williams, hey, Timothy, what's up, fam? I think that's Coach, right? Good to hear from you, fam. Ain't heard from you in a long time. He says Trent Williams at $12.5 million right now. And I thought it was something like that. I thought I saw double digits. I knew it was double. He'll be a top 10 or top 5. Tunsil is at $22 million per year? Wow. I didn't know there's an offensive lineman in the league with that kind of... That's quarterback money. That's money that Dak Prescott wishes he had right now. Dak! $18 million! By the way, Texas boy, when you're talking about Dak Prescott, has not had a losing season since he's been in the NFL. I want to point out something. Dak Prescott has had a premier offensive line since he stepped into the league. He's had the best running back in the league. He's had a very good group of wide receivers. And last year, he couldn't beat a team that played over 500 football. Excuse me if I don't get excited about Dak Prescott. I want to see him under real conditions. We did see that last year, though. It wasn't so peaches and cream. But thanks, Coach. Yeah. 22 mil for Tunsil means, good Lord, I don't know what we're going to do with Trent Williams next year. Ooh, because he's got to get paid as much as Tunsil. He's better than Tunsil. Oh! So, hey, work out, take your vitamins, because you're going to have to get ready for a stress level in the years ahead, man. We're not losing Trent Williams, but I don't know how we're going to keep him. When the Nick Bosa year comes, pick up your cardio, eat right, sleep. You're going to need, your body's not going to be able to handle some of the things we're going to have to go through in the next 2 to 3 years while the Super Bowl window's open. I'm just going to tell you like it is. Fam, I'm going to go. I love you back. Hit the like for me, will you? And subscribe. You people that come in here from other teams, boy, you need to subscribe because I'll see you tomorrow. 99!